Come on, camera. Come on. There we go.
Jeez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. How's it going, buddy? Good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Actually seeing you and not just talking to you.
Exactly. Anyways, guys, we are here. Unfortunately, we had to find a replacement last minute, and she will be in here. Anyways, this is the G.6 Mindset Podcast, the award-winning G.6 Mindset Podcast, with yours truly, Foxwarriorgaming4, and Shop Warrior as co-host, and other co-host, Conrad. Hopefully he's doing good. Please keep your prayers and thoughts. I appreciate that. Anyways, let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce myself. This is I'm the host, and there is our. Before we do that, go and turn your camera on. Guess. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen. This is our special guest, last minute fill in. Um, Anyways, this is OG Grandma Shopware. And Grandma, this is Shopware. There you
Pleasure.
go. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So,
So
anyways.
now
Oh, go
what
ahead.
went viral? I just got to cut to the chase. You guys went viral, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And what was it about?
So,
To share with the rest.
So, anyways, there is, real quick, so you're aware of it, there is an app called Monkey App, and you talk to random people, and we won't go in detail exactly what happened 2 years ago. It was bullshit in the first place, but we don't really pay too much attention on it. But she's been back now for this is the third time. Usually Friday nights, except for podcasts, me and her come on. We sit and chit chat, drink, whatever. Go on Monkey App, and basically Monkey App is where you talk to random people. And we met a couple other big streamers. We met little G Mommy, It's Prime, and a few other streamers. And then we were also featured on Kick clips or something of the week, and it has like 70 million views or something now. And that was over 2 years ago. And so we have plenty of clips, but unfortunately, a lot of them aren't in existence anymore. But we have a few, over a handful now since she's been back, of her and I. So it's pretty fun. She's really, really, really funny and cool people. She's like a
I don't
great.
Grandma,
think I am. I don't think that I am, but he seems to think so. I mean, a lot of people
Everybody
do.
likes you, Grandma.
I just say odd things, I guess.
that's what I was going to ask. Are you funny, Grandma?
I, I've excuse me.
I'll
I've
let
been
I'll
told
let you
that.
know.
Oh, you let me know. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know if you're
Yeah,
funny.
I have a tendency to confront people and say things that other people are only thinking.
Okay.
Not
Mm-hmm.
always. I mean, I'm very straightforward with a lot of things, and people don't expect that, especially for somebody my age. I mean, it's like I'm an old lady, so they're not expecting.
Hmm. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. I'll let you know.
All right.
Yeah, so anyways, that's a little story on Grandma. What's up, Ladies and Dragon? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Doctor? Voice turn off voice mode. What? Voice mode is turn off, bro. Don't have any idea what you're talking about. Uh
Turn off.
Good enough.
You said turn off voice mode.
I don't know what that means. Oh well.
Hmm.
Anyways, uh this is again, ladies and gentlemen, to the audience. This is the award-winning G6 Mindset Podcast with your host Foxwarriorgaming4 and co-host Shopware. And usually we have Conrad,
Yeah.
but unfortunately he's not here today. Um,
Yeah.
So let's get to the chase. I am your co-host Foxwarriorgaming4. We'll start down here on the bottom.
I have you all lined up across.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So, Shock Warrior here. Nice to be here, actually. Good thing you got me on this weekend because last weekend I was really busy doing TV and doing the game for the Wolfpack.
Oh, damn.
You didn't see that? Didn't I send you the? We
Oh,
were
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
local.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I had a lot going on, but yeah, did we at least win the game?
No.
Oh, no.
Nope. The game. It was our first game, first home game. This tomorrow they're on the coast, so I get to stay home. But then next Saturday there's another home game, so keep our fingers crossed. I'll be there. So that's next Saturday, April 25th, out at Ridgeline, out at Liberty Lake, the Wolfpack.
Oh,
So,
wow. That's my birthday on Saturday.
you too, huh? I have another friend of mine that's birthdays. That's why you're so full of it, because you're the bull.
And yours is after mine.
Yep, couple days
Yes,
after.
Yep.
Yep.
Like on the 28th or something like that.
Yep. Wow, you're good.
And then
Grandma,
Grandma's sister
when's your birthday?
just had a birthday.
When's Grandma's birthday?
In November.
What year,
Long
Grandma?
time. I was born in 61.
Okay. You got me by a couple of years. Good.
Yo, what's up, little bro? What's up, Doctor? How's it going, you guys? In chat, by the way. Make sure you guys hit that follow, subscribe.
I try not to show it though. I mean,
I get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
you're only as young as you feel, you know. And
at times I'm younger than other times.
I mean, if you get in situations where you know, goofing around, having a few drinks, you know, chatting with people and stuff like we do, and it's like, you know, it makes for a good time.
Don't feel very old, do you?
No, because I can relate to so many ages of people. I mean, I sit and talk to the 10-year-old. I get along great with my grandson. He's almost 10. And I mean, we sit and talk about all kinds of things. I mean, I don't quite talk to him, you know, about anything adult like or
Right.
yeah, he's always getting to the age where he's starting to ask things like that. Oh my God. I live with my son and my grandson, and I help take care of my grandson. My
Nice.
son can't do it by himself. My son drives truck, and he's local, but
Keeps him busy.
and mother's not in the picture, so I'm kind of taking over that role. I'm the grandmother.
Hey. Well, that's all right. Family is good.
But like, you know, it's nice. My kids always, their friends would always tell them, "Oh, you got a cool mom," and it's like I always got along with people well. Sagittarius, we're you know, the ones with empathy and all that shit. You know? No.
Oh, I'm dead.
Only when I want to. I mean, you know, we
Foxy,
try.
what else is new with you in the last month since we had Ace Atlas on?
You know, just been busy streaming. You know, been chilling and uh, just busy streaming and talking to my babes and talking to grandma and hanging out in Discord and you know working on a few things, updating the website. Oh yeah, by the way, chat, I did update the merch website. We have a bunch of new featured items with the one and only grandma and T-shirts and stuff. Yes, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, just you know, been enjoying life and watching baseball, playing video games, and all that good stuff. here and there.
Are you keeping up with the arena football?
Oh yeah, that too. Yep.
Okay, we'll touch base on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
We'll
don't.
dive into
I don't
that.
watch.
She don't like.
That's all right, Grandma. Grandma, what do you do for fun besides take care of your grandson?
Been watching a lot of movies and stuff lately, but other than that, I make jewelry. I make out of natural stones, turquoise and stuff like that, and I sell them cheap at the flea market. Gives you something to do. Once you're retired, you can only make so much money, and you gotta. So you can
Right,
do a little something on the side.
right.
It's the way life works.
That's good.
I'm disabled. I'm disabled, so I can't do that much. Even my hand. I got a brace on my hand, and my
Say that. Yeah,
thumb is messed up.
that's all right. Foxy is disabled mentally.
I'm dead. I'm freaking dead.
That's that was
Well, I think he is somewhat. But I'm on enough medications that people don't have to worry about things like that with me.
I have to pick on him. He's like the young.
Oh
I'm like
yeah,
the older brother.
Mm-hmm.
One boy in the crowd.
Oh, yeah,
I'm the older brother.
There's
Wanted.
been the last. Well, I think this is gonna. This I always love doing podcasts. Unfortunately, chat. We were trying to get a few, and usually we do have a guest, but just today,
It's been a fun day.
yeah,
It's been a fun
people
day.
are
It's all
busy
good.
or yeah, it's all good.
I'm not a guest.
Well, technically you are, I guess. So.
Technically, you are today.
Yep,
Today you
today
are.
you are. Today you are, girl.
And how did you get? Let me ask.
Hell, why not? Okay.
How did you get into streaming or podcasting? How'd you get involved doing this?
It's kind of a long, long thing. I've been into computers for most of since they came out.
You've been around longer than the computers have.
Yeah, yeah, they weren't even in the market when I was. I mean, I had an
Yeah.
electric typewriter in high school, but anyhow, I got into computers when they come out, and I got into chatting. I got my mom online chatting back and forth. She was living in Texas, and I'm in Wisconsin, and we were chatting back and forth and stuff like that. And I even got my grandma in on a call with her, and that was kind of nice when that first all came about. And then, as time went on, I just got into different things online, and my son was going on Omegle. That got closed down, I guess. But that's another chat site like Monkey.
Okay.
And go my throat.
And there's a lot of I mean, there's nothing really you can do, but there's just a lot of kids, and we only we're going on there to have normal conversations and be funny with
You're
adults,
interrupting.
but we never talk to kids. Hell no. And there's been a lot of streamers. I won't go into too much detail, but there's been some streamers on Kick that actually have done some weird, questionable,
Anyhow,
weird stuff. So,
Okay.
but you just never know what you're gonna run into, and
he says put
instantly
his
skip.
work in, doesn't he?
Stupid that there's kids on there. It's stupid that their parents or whatever their situation is, whatever whoever their grown up idol or what looking over them allows them to go on Monkey and all that. It's crazy, but we go on there and have fun with normal people and talk to grown ups, and that's what we're on there for, and entertain.
Okay.
Long story
Mhm.
short, I was saying that I started getting in after, there's these text chat sites, for years, and then they went to the video ones, and that's how I met him. It's like, wow,
Mhm.
like, oh, look at this, look at that, Ah, man, we got on there on Friday nights and we just have a blast. Except I was probably drinking a little bit too much at the time because I don't think I needed that much. Because I had a tendency to fall down, trip over shit. One time, there's one time with my dog. Oh, that was bad. My dog was, I fell on the floor. My dog was jumping on top of me, and it was kind of messed up. But those days, I mean, you only live once. I mean, you gotta do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
And I was on I don't know, one of the chat things earlier, and I ran across these two young girls that reminded me of Fox. Underage girls, but I wasn't streaming, so I didn't have to worry about that. But they were playing the fart songs. I said, "Oh, you're doing it wrong." I said, "You got to sit there and go."
Hey, they stole that idea. They stole that idea from us.
That was so good. Oh, yeah. I says, "You got to play it. Not just play the sounds, but you got to
Yeah. You gotta like
get
pretend.
into it."
I do it really well. I pretend to where it's like actually sounds like
Like it's real or something.
it's like real, and a lot. There's a lot of people's
More
face
realistic than two
reactions.
girls sitting there playing the audio.
Yeah. It's
I don't know.
it's a lot
And
of
they're
fun.
like, "What?" These
I
girls
like
were like, "What?"
I like getting reactions to. I love getting reactions from people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It is.
Yeah.
It's one reason why I
And
like streaming, and I'm built for it. Built for it, really. I mean, yeah, I may have chill streams. I may do that. I may do funny, stupid shit, but people like it.
I don't even know what you're referencing, so I don't want to know.
I tried streaming myself. I got my own thing on there, and I tried it, and I did it a few times. Nothing major, but I just I can talk to people. I'm comfortable talking to people and everything else, but I got to talk to people. I can't just talk to the computer and wait for people watching me. I have to have interaction of some kind. And waiting for somebody to come in and listen to me isn't enough interaction. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't think I was that popular or anything. It's like, well, I'm just a down to earth person.
Yeah.
How long you guys have been working
Nobody
with
expects,
friends?
We've
huh?
we've known each other since I pretty much started on Kick. Which was pretty like when I first started on
What,
here. Lot of crazy shit in the beginning,
three,
but
4 years ago?
it's better now. I love Kick. I'm very loyal to this platform, but we met each other. I want to say back in like October, November ish of 2023, and since then we've been really close. We kicked it off real well, and she's very since I
I'm,
lost.
I'm called grandma all the time, by that's all he calls me. He knows what
Yeah,
my first name is, but he doesn't call me that.
Right,
yeah,
So
right.
because
I just go with it. That's all.
she's like a grandma of mine, and she fills that void of my late granny. Matter of fact, we were talking about that earlier in Discord today. I was going over what happened and stuff like that. It was crazy, but yeah,
It's the
she
void
feels
of
the
a
void.
weird friend.
I'm dead, but yeah,
Sometimes you gotta have that in life.
yeah, exactly.
And then,
And
oh,
then let's see here. Should we start with arena football or WrestleMania?
Well, since WrestleMania is coming up, not much to say besides I don't even know what the matches are.
All right, I can pull them up.
All right,
My phone
fill
here.
me in.
All righty, let's do this. All right, guys. WrestleMania is this weekend. Let me pull this up on my phone here.
Tomorrow
I
and
like the
Sunday.
wrestlers that become actors.
Do what now?
What?
I like the wrestlers that become actors.
like The Rock
That's actually
and
a good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good. That's a good one. That's the first time I think that's the first time we've ever heard somebody say that on here. That is actually. I mean, I agree with it. I mean, there's
Well, it
well,
seem to be pretty cool people. I mean, so the sport itself must not be
yeah,
that taxing on them as far as psychological. You know, yeah, they got to get in the mood and all that stuff.
yeah.
But they, I don't know, they do well at acting.
Well,
I think that
last podcast we had oh my god, that was so much fun.
everybody
Um,
says it's all acting too. So is it or isn't it?
yeah,
can
there's a lot of acting.
there is, but
There's
it's
acting.
not. It's everybody say, oh yeah, it's fake, but it's really not with the injuries that they get and stuff like that. And the storylines is what's really cool too. I love the storylines. Like you have a demon versus a evil person or whatever, and they're all in their character. Or some of them will turn heel, like
It's
John
acting.
Cena. Yeah, like John Cena, they turn him into a heel, which is like he hated everybody, like you know, talking smack and all that, and he never was. But it actually how he did it was I mean a lot of people said it was stupid, but no, I liked it. And then I also think but yeah, that's a good point because there's been so many I'm sure Shuckware will say too, there's been a lot of wrestlers through the years that have done movies. Couple that I could think of is John Cena, The Rock, Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and I believe Razor Ramon was in a movie too. And I want to say Ric Flair was in one too.
Do you know the Ultimate Warrior was in one?
I did not know that.
I'll have to give you information on that one. Yeah. Anyway.
Is it actually a really good movie?
Mm,
Kinda.
it wasn't him so much as the movie itself.
Oh, okay.
Kind of cheesy. So,
And then
but
Hulk Hogan was in.
oh, he did lots of stuff.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, he did. Ultimate Warrior did a lot of stuff. That's one of the reasons why me and Sean
Hogan did
were.
lots.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of stuff. Ultimate Warrior did too, though. You know, I
Ultimate
pers-
Warrior.
Why do you think that they go from the wrestling, that circuit? Why do you think they go from that to the acting?
Money and act because they've already been acting.
Yeah.
It's just a step for them. It's not as physical, and as they age, it's less wear and tear on their body.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
because
makes sense. Yeah.
that's a good point because a lot of people and think that because I'm we actually talked about last week. I was good friends and close to Don West. Remember back in the 80s and 90s, grandma of it's kind of like QVC, but it was Shop at Home Network. Remember Shop at
Yeah.
Home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember there was a little short guy and he had a little beard? That was Don West. He basically blew up Shop at Home Network. Like it got popular and all that. Then he got
I
in.
know the program, but I didn't watch it.
Okay. Um,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. And so he, after it went under, that's when he started getting in WWE, TNA. He's friends with Jeff Jarrett, Hulk Hogan, all of them. And I met a lot of wrestlers because of him. Um,
Hmm.
and had his own radio show over here. He moved from back east because him and his wife Terry fall in love with the city and they worked for the minor league hockey team called the Wild. And yeah, and he was a promoter. He knew how to promote. He knew how to do sales, and he did amazingly well. Like everybody would buy something from Don West. That I mean, he was very like consistent, and when he said, "Hey, we're gonna do a big bag special," he threw a lot of stuff in there that was probably worth. I got one bag one time that was worth almost about $900 worth of items in that bag, and he would put them all in there. You don't know what you're gonna get, and of course he didn't do it, but they helped him put it together. And you just didn't know what you're gonna get. You could get a signed autograph, you could get a necklace, you could get T-shirts, and I thought it was pretty cool because it was a $25 special, but the items in the bag were like $900, $500, and all that. But he was really good at what he does. And but get to your what you were saying about the injuries and stuff. Everybody thinks jumping off the ropes are fake. Um, he, Shockware can uh, iterate on that it isn't. It is actually real, and the injuries that they do occur, most of them are real.
Well,
Um,
they're not fake as far as they got the muscle and all that. They got the body
yeah,
to be able to do shit like that. So I mean, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's a
it,
multi. Go ahead.
it hurts. I've been in a wrestling ring a couple times. It hurts. It's not fake. It's predetermined for the storyline, but it's not. It's real. Real steel chairs. Real. The mat hurts. Yeah. So it's easy. Like I said, it's easier. They're already acting because they got to move the storyline forward
Hmm.
with their character and whoever they're working with. But it's real, as in the action and what happens in the ring. So yeah. So
Oh yeah,
becoming an actor is just an extension of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh
So
yeah.
anyway, so go back to let's start with what's going on with WrestleMania.
Okay, so
As you went over there,
yeah.
sometimes you got to keep. Granted, sometimes you got to keep him on track.
Yeah. If you have any questions, usually you can ask us any questions. I feel free. Uh, and
Right.
any,
Out of the box.
I don't have to tell him because he'll have a couple questions. I guarantee you. He always comes up with good ones, as well as I do. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so this weekend is WrestleMania 42. Uh, I'm going to be watching it. I don't know if I'm going to watch. Well, it depends on what's on first night. I don't even because there's two nights. There's one night on Saturday and then night two. WrestleMania is just like the Super Bowl for NFL football. It's like the World Series. It's as big as that, and we're talking for those two nights. They'll at least have 60,000 plus, and we're talking
Where's it at this year?
Las Vegas again.
Again,
And then
yeah.
next year, it's going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. But I heard somewhere that they may switch it or something. With all the stuff going on, we won't get in detail. But
So, Foxy,
yeah, yeah.
what are the matches?
All right, the matches are this. Let me pull it up.
Please.
I know a few of them. Let's see. This is. Come on, give me the list. Okay. This is night one, April 18th, which is tomorrow, y'all. Okay. Matches. There is 7 Saturday, and then I'll tell you how many there is on Sunday. All right. Night one is a 6-man tag team match. Division, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and for the first time ever, I don't know if you may know who he is. One of my favorite live streamers. He's an internet sensation. He's friends with Logan Paul and Jake Paul. He ISO Speed, streamer, just like Logan Paul was. YouTube, all that, and it's the first time, and he's very popular. He's going to be teaming up in a wrestling match with Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and then ISO Speed. Highly recommend you check him out on YouTube. he's beyond his years, honestly.
Like, can he wrestle?
Not really. Not really. But
So
they had him and he. I don't remember what happened, or I do remember what happened. He brought out the brass knuckles and went after L.A. Knight, and then that's where all it started. Like last year, he entered into the Royal Rumble because one of the wrestlers got hurt, which was really cool. And then Logan Paul is best friends with Iso Speed, like the Sports Drink Prime. Him and Iso Speed, KSI, his Logan Paul's brother Jake Paul, that's a boxer. They have what's called Prime Sports Drink. Love them dearly. But yeah, that's where it all started a couple of weeks ago, and then that's when they forced him. They're like, "No, you're gonna be with us," and he's like, "No, no, no, I don't want to wrestle." But it was kind of funny. I went back and watched the clip of it. So yeah, so the Vision, Logan Paul. The Vision comes from Paul Heyman. Those are Paul Heyman guys. Logan Paul.
The Vision is actually a Marvel character.
This is, you mean the Vision?
Gee, you're too easy to mess with. Go ahead, keep going.
I am too easy to mess with. The Vision, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Iso Speed with Paul Heyman versus the Usos, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight. I'm gonna have to go with the tag team champions. It's not a tag team match, which is Austin Theory and Logan Paul.
Outside.
I believe they're the real tag team champs. But I'm gonna go with them. I have them, Iso Speed and Logan Paul and Austin Theory. I think it'll be there's a lot of blood there between the Usos and that. I mean, it's actually very personal because of the fact they were helping not Roman Reigns, but I can't remember his name. But anyways, they attacked Paul Heyman and they thought it was all funny. It wasn't them that attacked him, but yeah, it was another wrestler that attacked Paul Heyman for no apparent reason. He actually got rushed to the hospital. So that's match one. All right, next one. Jacob Futu versus Drew McIntyre. Unsanctioned match, which means it won't count on their win or loss record. It's an unsanctioned match. Next match. Stephanie VAQUER versus Liv Morgan. Stephanie is the women's world champion. It's a singles match for the women's world championship.
Okay.
Match 4. I want to see AJ Lee beat Becky Lynch. It's AJ Lee champion versus Becky Lynch. It's for a singles match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Match. Who do you guys go with? AJ Lee, which is CM Punk's girlfriend. I mean, not girlfriend. What the frick did I say that for? Wife. My bad. I'm going with AJ Lee.
I don't care.
Okay. What about you, Grandma?
I have no clue.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a good answer.
What does that to me? I've never really.
All right, here we go. Next one.
No,
The Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legend champion versus Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Bailey, Latia Vaki, I can't even pronounce her name, versus the Bella Twins, Brie Bella and Nikki Bella.
So it's, the first night is basically women's matches.
Well,
yeah,
you can say that because there's 2 matches. Well, 3 women matches, and this is a fatal 4-way tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team championship, and of course, I think Shark Warrior knows who I'm going with on that one. The Bella Twins, of course.
You know who I don't care.
Okay. Okay, now here is this is what I was thinking. It was Seth Rollins that attacked Paul Heyman. He's no longer
I hate it when
sanctioned
that
above. Yeah. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. I hope Gunther destroys Seth Rollins. Singles match, not a championship, just a regular match. And then the main match, which I'm surprised is not Sunday instead of Saturday, but this is a match that probably I know who Shock Warrior is probably going to pick. I know who I'm picking. Cody Rhodes,
What's the match?
champion, versus Randy Orton with Pat McAfee. Randy Orton's with Pat McAfee. I love Pat McAfee though, and I love Randy Orton, and I do like Cody Rhodes. But
I'll go for Cody.
same here. Same here. I
Grandma,
think it will
you
be.
care?
Go ahead, Grandma.
Grandma doesn't care.
That's all I did.
Now, if I'm mistakenly wrong here or right,
You're usually mistaken.
I projected last year that John Cena was going to win. I think Cody Rhodes will keep his title, but I don't know if this is Randy Orton's last year of wrestling or what. Would I think it would be cool to see him win the championship for the first time in, 15, 16 years? Yeah, I think it would. But I want to see Cody Rhodes win. I love Cody Rhodes. Awesome guy. He does a lot of stuff like John Cena does outside of wrestling. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes on that one. So that's your night one matches.
Okay.
You guys ready for night two?
Yes, I am.
All
Grandma's going. Grandma's just yawning anyway.
All right, night two, April 19th. Obi Femi versus Brock Lesnar. That's gonna be a really good match between the two big guys. I'm going with Brock Lesnar on that one. Singles match. That's match one.
Yeah.
Match two. 6-pack ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championships, whatever a 6-pack ladder match is. I think that's what it's called. 6 PACK ladder match.
Yep. How many guys are in it?
6.
Okay, that's why it's called 6-pack.
So yeah, it's for the Intercontinental Championship. Petna, which is friends with Eddie DeGuerrero, and then what's his wife's name that's still around? You know what I'm talking about. Eddie's wife.
Vicky?
Yeah, Vicky, there you go. They're very close to Petna. Petna. He's good. And then Javon Evans, ooh, that's gonna be good too. Dragon Lee and versus JD McDowell and versus Rusev. Oh god, that's Rusev is back. And then Rey Mysterio. Ooh, that's gonna be a really good matchup right there.
Ray's still around, huh?
Yeah, he's still going strong. And I think the reason that he left and then came back after I think it was 8 years or something, and he come out of retirement was he felt like he didn't finish what Eddie Guerrero wanted him because Eddie Guerrero and him were like brothers, and I get it, but he doesn't have a relationship with his son anymore. And that's actually a lot of people say it's real. They had his son try to sue him and all this other crap, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding. It's crazy.
Good times.
Yes.
I remember after WrestleMania, they did a SmackDown here in Spokane, and Ray took on The Undertaker.
Oh my gosh. I remember that.
Imagine that. Anyway, okay. Keep moving
Speaking
on.
of that,
I'm going. Huh?
Oh, Grandma, do you know who Undertaker is?
I've heard of him. Yeah. I believe I've seen him. Eddie used to watch wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's retired now.
Mm-hmm. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes now.
Yeah. So, what do you? I don't know who's going to win that one.
That's a toughie. I would like to see Petna win. This is what I'll say. Petna, Javon Evans, up and coming. He's really good. I like him. Dragon Lee, don't know. JD McDowell, no. Rusev is a tough one. And then Rey Mysterio. I would have to go with either Petna or Javon Evans. I'm sorry, I can't go against Rey Mysterio, but I think if he wins, I love Rey Mysterio. Like what he does. Always like Rey Mysterio. If he does win, would I be surprised? No. Would I be happy? Yes. I would like to see that because he hasn't won a championship for a little while either. I don't think. So that's match 2. Any questions?
Keep going. No, Grandma's getting bored, so let's keep going.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening to how he's
Saying.
complimenting these people and stuff.
Okay. I appreciate that. All right. And this night 2, by the way, chat and Shock Warrior and Grandma, there's only 6 matches. I don't know why they don't have 7 and 7, but I guess they couldn't find one. Chill with Dale, what's up? Doctor, what's up? Sorry to interrupt. We taking sports, tighten up, and then hazards in the building. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Love all my fans. Love all you guys in chat right now. As well, thank you for coming in. Okay. Get back to what I was saying here.
Interject every once in a while with something stupid, but
Yeah.
hey, it's fun.
It is what it is. Match 3. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill is the gal that was like the Team AEW champion back in like I think it was like 2 years ago. She is currently the WWE Women's Champion. This is a singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley are both good. I'm gonna have to go with Jade on this one. I like Jade myself. Number 4, we have any questions before I say the next one? No, okay. Number 4, Sami Zayn, champion versus Trick Williams with Little Yachty. Singles match for the WWE United States Championship. I'm going to go with Trick Williams. Trick Williams is another up-and-coming wrestler. I would love to see Trick Williams win. And again, he's another wrestler that started with TNA. Then they went to WWE next. And then now he's in the WWE. Because they have, Grandma, they have like a couple, I think they have like 3 companies under WWE NXT. And NXT and the ones that are under that, they go to the smaller group, a part of WWE, to get their career started. And then once they feel that they're ready and whatnot, they move on to the WWE NXT. And then after that, not a lot of them, but some of them do get eventually promoted to with the big guys. And that's where the money is right there too. And I know WWE NXT is also a lot of money too because it's part of WWE.
It's the up and coming league,
and they're on TV too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Trick Williams on that.
There's a lot of money.
Who you guys going with?
There can always be money. I don't know any other on that one, so
Just pick one. Grandma, pick one. Trick Williams or Sami Zayn?
let's go. I'll go with Trick just because you did.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Dick Trickle years ago.
Okay.
So what are you
There
going
you
with?
He was a race car driver, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm guessing you're going with Trick Williams too. All right, next.
Maybe.
The Demon, Finn Balor, versus
Oh shit! My bad.
Dominic. Oh yeah, you're good, bro. I'm so dead. Here, I'll just connect you real quick. Oh my god.
This the Diddy party? I'm sorry.
You didn't realize we were here. It's like 5 times this happened. It's like twice that he's done that. I remember. Remember that happened a couple of times? Other people coming in.
Some of these young guys that he associates
Well,
with,
Brandon did it. Brandon did that too.
they're quite interesting.
Oh, yeah. We're good. They're awesome people.
Everybody's got their own little quirks, and everybody's different.
Matter of fact, me and Conrad and Shockwave were in here, and I think we were sitting talking, and all of a sudden we see somebody coming here, and Brandon's like, "Oops, wrong room." I'm like, guys, it says podcast. Like, what? But it happens. Okay, get back to that. So, Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. That's Rey Mysterio's son. Don't care for Dominic. This is a singles match. I'm gonna go with the Demon Finn Balor because when he usually brings out the Demon, oh, I don't know if have you seen how he paints his face and stuff, Chuck? Yeah,
I'm aware of. Yeah.
It's really. It kind of gives me. I know you know what I'm gonna say on this, but it kind of get like the design, how much is like dimensional, 3D dimensional, kind of like Ultimate Warrior that's on his wall. It's crazy how graphic the heart looks, and it's awesome. Just as badass,
Yeah.
just as sick as a guy named Sting. He would have his face painted black and white, and had a different pattern in Love Sting too. But kind of reminds me of both of them in a way, honestly.
I'm
So
going
yeah,
for Finn. I'm going for Demon.
okay. That Grandma, Demon, or Dominic
Well,
Mysterio.
sure, Demon's gotta be good, doesn't he?
Yeah. So you're going with Demon?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, he is actually really good. I think he's won like rough estimate. I think he's won more than like
Is he
between
cute?
what? No,
Is he cute?
he's about mine and Shockware's height.
He is cute without the paint.
Yeah, and he's good people.
Some body paints
Yeah.
or something. Never mind.
He's cute.
Because if you remember right, Finn Balor turned against. You probably don't know this, but Finn Balor chat turned against Dominic Mysterio. They Rhea replay. It was Rhea replay, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio, and they all collided and separated. Now Finn Balor wants to beat Dominic Mysterio, and he was the Intercontinental Champion and then lost it, and I'm glad he did. But yeah,
I don't remember if my memory was that good about things when I was his age.
yes. So here's
I
the main.
remember all people that get into sports seem to remember a lot of names, dates, situations.
You'd be
You know,
surprised as well. Shockware
I have been
knows.
around people that do get into sports, and
Yeah.
I'm just making a
Oh yeah, Shockware knows. I could
mental
sit here
analysis.
all day talking about sports. I know it's like I don't even. I'll hear about it. I'll watch it. I do watch.
Talk about everything.
Yeah, I do watch a little bit of wrestling here and there, but
Talks about himself plenty.
yeah, I know a lot about sports. Honestly, I can.
He's
It's
ignoring
crazy
me.
how much I remember stuff. Yeah, I heard you, Grandma. Ha ha ha. Okay, main event.
My last ex was a big sports fanatic too. So
Oh,
yeah.
Eddie.
No, Randy.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't married to Eddie. He was married to somebody else.
Oh yeah. Grandma, you didn't have to say that for fuck's sake. I'm dead.
Moving on.
Yeah, there is a funny story. Maybe I'll just bring that up later, but keep it. It's Shockwave would laugh about it. CM Punk. This is the main event. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the single match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going with CM Punk. on that one. CM Punk is AJ Lee's husband.
Husband.
Yes.
Who's champion right now?
CM Punk.
Okay. And who's he going again?
Roman Reigns.
No. Yeah, let's go with CM.
With who?
CM Punk.
Okay. Awesome. What do you say, Grandma? CM Punk?
I don't like
What?
I don't like punks.
Oh God, she's going with Roman Reigns. Oh my God. Well, I mean, Roman Reigns isn't bad because he is. Help me out.
Roman?
Help me
Yeah.
out, Shop. Where he's related to. Roman Reigns is related to the Samoan family. His dad was a wrestler. His uncle was a wrestler, and then he's also related to The Rock as well.
Dwayne Johnson. So
Yeah, and he's been champion. I think he has. Oh, go ahead.
Foxy, you didn't get what Grandma was trying to say. Why she picked who she picked? She doesn't like punk in general.
I heard that.
Okay. I just make it clear. Sometimes you're a little slow.
Yeah, some things just kind of.
Sometimes I'm a little slow, Jesus.
Thank you. Yeah, just you.
Well, you start talking fast, and that's how
It's easy to do that, though.
I know. It's a cool Foxy. It's okay.
At one point in time, I had the sign on my door which really stopped a lot of the salesmen. It says, "I refuse to have a battle of wits with an unarmed person." And people would stop there and read that, and then they'd walk away.
See, Grandma, I just say, well, why? I'd have a discussion with you, and you're the unarmed person. Ha ha! I'm being a smart one. Come on. You weren't expecting that one, were you?
No, I wasn't. But yeah, Roman Reigns and CM Punk, they're both
You didn't
good.
see the shirt I'm wearing.
I love that shirt.
What is it?
Do you ever just listen to someone and think, OMG, you've got the IQ of a Korean?
Oh, I listen to a lot of people. I listen to Foxy all the time. Oh, that wasn't nice.
Oh, real funny.
Once a month, I listen to Foxy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you picked these. So that's the whole thing for WrestleMania, huh?
Yes, that's the whole thing for WrestleMania. Last thing I'll say about that, CM Punk is in. I think he's going to retire here pretty soon. But I love CM Punk. I always have. I like what he tried to do with MMA. Unfortunately, it didn't go as he anticipated, but at least he tried. CM Punk is really good people. I love that guy. And same with his wife. I'm glad to see AJ Lee come back in the first place, which is cool.
Well, they work together.
I will pick him then.
So
there you go.
That's your WrestleMania 42.
We'll wait and see what happens. The next month, we'll come back and we'll talk about WrestleMania and how we were right or wrong.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, I'll be going, what happened?
Exactly.
All
we'll fill you in.
Next,
my brain doesn't retain information about stuff like that. I still know why.
Because you don't care.
Next topic. I'll let you guys pick the topic, and then we'll
AFL.
We do learn something.
There we go.
Arena indoor football.
All right, let's do that. All right,
I saw the Washington Wolfpack got beat.
Yes. All right, good point. Let me fix this chair here real quick.
Have you hooked up any connections for us to go watch a game anywhere besides the Seattle area? You're supposed to contact other people.
Yeah, I could work one out with.
You're supposed to do this already. Come on, get on it.
Shit. Hey, thank you for hold that thought. Thank you for the gifted cent, gifted kicks. Hell yeah. There's one, there's two, there's three. Love it. Appreciate it, bro. much appreciate those gifted kicks. Oh, there goes another one. They're called Hell Yeah kicks. There's like a little peace sign. Love it. Anyways, what was that? Oh, there goes another one. Damn, you're going crazy on those gifted kicks. Love it. Appreciate that.
It's the fun.
Anyways, we'll read. Oh, Wolfpack. Oh no. Went over my head. Oh yes, I will take care of. I will get in touch with somebody that I know with the Oregon Lightning and see if he can. I'll talk to you more
Okay.
about it. Off
Yeah.
stream. But yeah, I'll work something out. We could. I mean, if I have to let you talk to him too, you can. But I'm pretty sure he would. But I don't. You know. And then Oregon will be coming down here again. But honestly, to tell you the truth, I watched that game last week between the Washington Wolfpack. Great helmets, great uniforms. I'm glad we had a team in Washington, honestly. And we had the general manager on Grandma 2 streams
Of
ago.
the one? Yeah.
And he was awesome. He
He was
talked
awesome.
about Pete Rose. I mean, like,
I've
for
heard
people that
that.
don't like sports, but people that know who Pete Rose is, Pete Rose should have never been
He's
treated
famous.
the way
Yeah, he's famous for something. I don't know what, but
gambling.
He was a baseball player.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Well, that's what. Yeah. I didn't know him for gambling.
yeah. He was banned lifetime from
Oh.
MLB, but before he passed, they were trying to get him, which I think they should have. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous because there's been way worse than that happen at his time than what he did. And he gets a lifetime ban. But yeah, long story short, he should have never been banned lifetime. But a day after he passed, that's when MLB's like, oh, well, let's lift that sanctioned and he can get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think he has to wait 3 or 4 years or something stupid. I'm like, that's stupid. But they have a system that they go by because you have to
That's
win. What?
That's the politics
Yep, it is.
of sports.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was a great conversation we had with him. It was one of our favorite podcasts. We've had several good podcasts, but that was by far one of the best as well last week. Go ahead.
I just got to figure out.
Tried watching one, but there was a lot of sports.
Yeah, we've done a couple of them now. I'm still figuring out in May when we can go over to Everett. Go watch
Okay.
Washington Wolfpack game.
Yeah, keep me posted on that. We'll make it like a do the Saturday or something.
Yep.
So, but yeah, get into the Washington Wolfpack. It's so Grandma knows.
You watch the game?
Yeah, so I watched the game. Arena football 1 is an amazing sport. It's high scoring, high pace. It's not like any other regular football. It's basically indoors in a hockey arena or where the Milwaukee Brewers, like not Milwaukee Brewers, but what's the basketball team? That Milwaukee Bucks. Kind of like that kind of arena, and they put it in there. And it's 50 yards instead of 100 yards. The goalposts are literally a square with nets. If the ball bounces off on the nets, it's considered a live ball. So if you run it out of the end zone, you have to run it out of the end zone or it's a safety. But once that ball hits that net, I and Shockwear have seen several times where there was a player that happened just on the other opposing team or whatever. Right there at the right time in the right spot to pick it out off the net. It's crazy, but it is awesome. I've seen games where they've used the nets in overtime or closing minutes of the football game, and the 1 minute warning in the second period, and then at the end of the game is very critical. Which means the dasher boards on the walls, on the hockey walls, they put pads on. So that's considered you're out of bounds. So anytime during that 1 minute timing rule effect, kind of like they do in college, the clock will stop. And it has lasted, I want to say, what, the longest one I would say we've witnessed, probably 50, not even that, but about 30, 40 minutes.
For a minute left of the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the latest game that I think we had, if I remember, was that Orlando Predator game. And that went until like 11:30.
It's usually the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Take forever.
Yeah.
The last little bit of any kind of
Then,
football game.
a couple years
I've never
ago,
seen the inside one though. The arena football. I've never seen that.
oh, it's a lot. I guarantee you would fall in love with it. There is a team by your area. It's called the Arena League, but it's different. They don't have a goalpost. They have to go for 2 points. It's a lower tier league, but there is a team over in Eclaira, however you say it.
Claire.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Starts with an E, I think.
EAU.
Yeah, they're called the Axeman or something. Called the Axeman or something. But it is a fun league. But yeah, that's a little different. I like the Arena League. I also like the Arena Football one. I don't care for the IFL. I don't like the freaking single goalposts. I like the nets instead of the single goalposts. That's more entertaining and fun. But I will say, refresh my memory. Oh, it kicked in. Which is, we did witness one game in the last year. It's like mid-season. We were playing against the Massachusetts Pirates, and I think it was after halftime, or was it before halftime? Somewhere down the line, power went out. So we were sitting in the dark for at least about, I want to say, what, 25, 30 minutes?
That's been a few years ago.
Yeah, that's never. We never.
Wow.
I don't.
Yeah.
That was the first time that ever freaking happened while we were in there. And imagine 4 or 5, 6,000 people in there, and having the power just instantly go out. Like, I'm like, what? And the scoreboard went off. They had to stop, and it was during, if I remember right, Massachusetts was getting ready to score a touchdown, and they did, but they called it off because the power went out. And
Was it dark or something?
What?
Was that at night?
Yeah.
Yes. There was a rainstorm, thunderstorm.
How many crimes happen?
None.
Do what now?
In the crowd, how many crimes went on when the lights went out?
Nothing.
What happened when the lights went out? You know,
No, it was because
we have good people. There was nothing. There was nothing.
No.
Nobody got hurt. Nothing. It's a good crowd, good people at Spokane.
Yeah. They had a
we were freaking out because the lights turned off for a little bit. So no crime.
It was crazy, but also I do remember too during that because it took 25, 30 minutes to turn the lights off.
Nobody freaked out because they're scared of the dark. Huh?
Yeah,
nobody freaked out.
So imagine stopping the game, players all worked up, getting their adrenaline pumping, and then it has to stop. Well, they had to take, I think it was like a 15, 20 minute break just so the guys could warm up to get back in rhythm. And it was crazy. And I remember, if I remember right, we did hear like something, transformer or something blew up in the distance.
Yep.
And we could all hear freaking poof. And then that's when the power went out. Crazy.
Something happened. Yeah,
and you could even hear the rain bounce off the roof, which is unusual.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing else going on inside, so it was quiet.
And on top of that,
we've been having rain here all night, and now all of a sudden it's getting cold. I got to shut my window.
And on top of that, It wasn't just the lightning and a rainstorm. If I remember right, there was a tornado in the area too. If I remember.
Maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while.
We had one in the county tonight.
But yeah, anyways, that's a little quick rundown of what arena football is. Get to the Washington Wolfpack, which is in the state of Washington. They played the Oregon Lightning last Saturday. I will pull up the scores here. Let me go tap it in. But yeah, Grandma, I highly recommend you check it out.
If you like football,
Yeah.
If you like football,
if you
it's a lot
don't,
faster.
even if you don't,
I don't know. I know I learned a lot of because Eddie watched football. So that was I mentioned him earlier. I didn't tell you. That's the one that was married to somebody else, but he died.
yeah. But yeah, even if you don't like arena football, I've known people. I know you.
He used to watch it a lot. And he watched wrestling, and then the last one he liked. Randy, he liked football, baseball, basketball.
Okay.
I don't know what else he watched.
But yeah, arena football. Even I've known people that didn't like it, and I'm convinced them to watch it and they just fall in love with it. I guarantee you would sit there and be like, "Wow, these are vicious hits!" Like it's crazy and how exciting it is. Like you could score 70, 80, 100 points in a game easily, and we've been in a couple games where actually one of the great memories was when we went in overtime. We had a win. It was a year after we won the Arena Bowl. It was San Jose SaberCats. And that game was so high scoring, and we won off of a Hail Mary pass to, I think it was an overtime or something. Something like that. Or I think it was before that. And we either went to overtime or it didn't, but we won on the last play of the game. And then we've seen it happen to us twice.
Yep, where
we lost a championship at our home arena. The starting quarterback gets hurt. I'm like, we're so far up, nothing's gonna happen. This guy doesn't look like crap. And he comes in there and lights it up and ends up winning the MVP and everything. I'm like, what in the hell? That was crazy. And but yeah, anyway, so Arena Football 1 officially kicked off chat last week.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
All right. I'll go over the scores again when you get back.
Yep, go ahead.
All right. So, we had the Minnesota Monsters. Cool logo. If you guys want to check it out, go to the www.theaf1. You can get the schedule, scores. You can watch the games on Vice TV. They also have a network. Games of the week are usually on Vice TV. You can get all that information on there. You can go to download, create an account on the internet or on your smart device, and it's called the Home Team Network. You can type that in on your phone, create an account. It's free, and you can watch all the games that aren't on national TV if you like. But anyways, last week we had the Minnesota Monsters versus the defending Arena Football 1 champions Albany Firebirds, storied franchise. It was final score was 50-23. Game 2 was Michigan Arsenal versus Kentucky Barrels. Kentucky Barrels won the score of 34-26. Game 3, Oregon Lightning versus Washington Wolfpack. The Washington Wolfpack. Final score was 33-16. Usually the scoring in the games are higher than 50. But last couple years in arena football, they've been really low. I don't know what that is, but I think a lot of it has to do with the talents getting more even, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, 33-16, Oregon Lightning won. We'll come back to that when he gets back. Then we had Belmont Renegades, which is in Texas, versus Oceanside Bombers, which is in San Diego. Final score was 41-32, Oceanside.
Oceanside is not in San Diego. Oceanside is north
I
of San
realize
Diego.
that. I realize that. But they're called the Oceanside Bombers
Hmm.
because of the fact there's a team in a different arena league that uses that arena. They're called San Diego Strike Force. But yeah, 41-32, Michigan Arsenal played tonight versus the Nashville Cats. Final score was 78-40. So there you go. That's the first high scoring game. Second highest scoring game was 50. That's crazy. So that's like what, a 28-point difference. So it was mostly touchdown, 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 probably interception. It looked like the defense played really well. But yeah, that is that. Let me go to. Then we'll come back. Let me go to
This Simon's
schedule.
Wall is really weird.
So
Let's see the rest of
also
it.
tomorrow. Oh well. Okay, let's start over again. All right, I'll catch you up what you missed here.
See the rest of your picture behind you.
That's
What about it?
Ultimate Wear.
I want to see the rest of the picture behind you. I can't see all of it. Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Is that cool, Grandma?
Huh? It's cool. Yeah.
All
Pretty
right,
cool.
start over again. All right, we had the Minnesota Monsters, which I know the general
Yep.
manager, Metal Lemon. Do you remember Grandma by the name of Metal Mark Lemon that was on the Harlem Globetrotters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know his son, Metal Lemon. He's the general manager for the Minnesota Monsters. Anyways, Minnesota Monsters versus Albany Firebirds, defending champions. Final score was 50-23, Albany. Michigan Arsenal, another new team versus another new team. Versus Kentucky Barrels. That's where Coach Cedric Walker is. With Prince and Joe Powell, I believe. 34-26, Kentucky Barrels. And then Oregon Lightning versus Washington Wolfpack. Final score was 33-16. Before I continue with the other remaining games, the reason that score was that way, which, you look at that score, you go, okay, that's a blowout. Well, technically, no. Washington's defense was electric throughout the whole game. They had 8 turnovers and still lost the game.
Wow.
The problem was the quarterback that they had, that's now not there. He he played with the Oregon Black Bears or whatever a couple of years ago, before the AFL, and then AFL came back and they were playing in AFL, and then all that crazy crap happened. Well, anyways, this guy played down there. He was horrible. He was getting nervous every time there was pressure. He would collapse. That they brought in the old I can't remember his name, but he's played against Spokane Wolfpack, and he also played for the Skyhawks too. He came in. He just come off an injury. He tore his ACL. He also had an arm injury, and he just recovered like 3 months ago. That's what happened last season, and he was horrible too. But he didn't have much practice, whatever. But it is whatever. So yeah, that's why they lost the game. They have an excellent kicker. They got an awesome defense. They have awesome players. It's just the quarterback position is what the problem is. Oregon isn't so much good. Sorry, Zach. Sorry. And don't really care for Oregon, but I do know a couple players. Long story short, there's a guy named Rico, Mr. Brown. Well, actually not Mr. Brown. Rico, that him and I have conflicts. Shopware knows a little bit about it. He was the head coach for the Wolfpack for maybe 2 days, and then left and said nope. And,
doesn't matter. Keep going. Doesn't matter.
Anyways,
That was.
Yeah, I was just explaining. But yeah, Washington Wolfpack overall will get better. one game isn't going to make a season, honestly.
No.
And usually the first 2 weeks are kind of like preseason, kind in a way, and then guys start getting, even though it's regular season, it's just like NFL. You get warmed up in preseason, and there you go. But anyways, so yeah, that was that score. Go to Oceanside Bombers versus Belmont Renegades. Oceanside Bombers, for clarification, isn't technically in Oceanside. They play in San Diego, where the Strike Force play at in the IFL. 2 teams and 1 arena.
I just got to ask.
That score was 41-32 Oceanside. And just a few hours ago, I wanted to see. I forgot this game. I can go back and watch it though. Probably tomorrow. Nashville Cats versus Michigan Arsenal. Final score was 78-40. And that was
Who won?
Nashville Cats. Won the
Oh,
game.
wow.
And then the remainder of the schedule for this week is we only have 2 games. They're one's tomorrow and one's Sunday. We got Albany Firebirds versus Belmont Renegades, which is in Texas. And we have Oceanside Bombers versus Kentucky Barrels.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's the remaining schedule. Washington, Oregon are on bye week this week.
Yeah, I have to address chat.
What?
Yeah, I do think the aliens are real, and
Yeah, I
life
do
in
too.
the '70s. Life in the '70s was a lot safer.
And what makes you say that? Maybe is that true? Shopware?
Life
It
in
was
the
different.
70s, it was more real
Yeah.
than what it is today.
Would you guys
People
agree?
interact. Everybody's on the internet these days.
Would you
doing
even
this.
say? I would even. Yeah, exactly.
Have you got kids?
No, thank goodness.
And
I have 2 sons.
I would even say
Huh?
that the '90s was really good too. Wouldn't you guys agree to that? I say that.
Everything, every decade for me has been good. Even now, it's good.
30s.
It's how you deal with it. It's what you
Yeah.
learn. All this is life is a lesson, and you learn as you go. That's my philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what you make of it. We all have issues. We all go through problems. We all face hurdles, things we don't know,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully you learn from them. I know a couple times in my personal life, I've made mistakes, and I've made several times, and hopefully I've learned from them. But it is what it is. Grandma, what were you saying about? Why'd you ask me about kids?
Oh, because I don't know. I was just kind of I didn't figure you did. I don't know. I don't know. Not
Why
sure.
is that?
I forgot. I don't know.
Huh.
It seemed like you would just something that came up in my head.
Poof! It would go.
I'd like to know why you assumed that I wasn't a actual dad. I didn't have kids of my own. I have all my brothers were grandfathers. Everybody had kids. I was the only one out of the 4 boys. I didn't have kids. I've been married and divorced several times. And luckily, I didn't have kids with any of those. Thank you.
Oh, here's
There is
something funny. You ready for
Were
something
you
funny?
just an asshole or what?
What? Who, me?
Yeah,
Apparently, I don't put up with women's shit. I don't play that game that women make the rules and men have to follow. I've lived a different life where
W's for that. Yes.
I've had fun in my life. I'm in a relationship with somebody, with Deb, that's we've been together this time for years now, and I've gone through cervical cancer with her and other things. We're a team. Whereas other relationships, women think they make the rules, and a lot of guys these days will bow down to that. And it's like, well, if happy wife, happy life, screw that. If I'm not happy, I'm not. It's two ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't work
It is.
one way.
And Deb and I work together to make each other happy. So yeah, she doesn't have any kids either, and that's one reason we're together now is because I tried to be a stepdad, and no matter what you do as a stepdad, you cannot win. You can be the best guy in the world, be the best, better than the biological guy that's the dad, and you still can't win.
I was a stepmom. I was pretty good at it though.
But you still can't win. If the stepdad takes them away from you and tells your kid you have no say, you have no power. If you're not backed, you're not backed. I did that with the last relationship. 14 years, helped raise 2 kids. Got nothing out of it, got no respect out of it because I didn't realize the mom wasn't backing me up. I didn't realize I was just a throwaway. You can't win. So I'm not going to play that game. I'll be the cool uncle. I will be the cool hero to other kids, and So I've had a different life than most. I've been in entertainment. I've been on stage since I was 19 years old. I played in rock and roll bands. I've recorded albums. I have albums on YouTube. I was doing the Shock Warrior, doing the full makeup for 20 years now.
Which is
and
right there.
I get to be the hero. And I try to do the best and be the best and live the right life because I watch other people screw up and do the wrong thing. So, but I've never had to grow up either, technically. So that's a good thing. That's why I relate with kids that are being in character. When I'm dressed at a football game, I'm the mascot, official mascot for the Spokane Wolfpack. And Foxy can share some pictures and what I do.
Yeah.
I got him started doing what he does.
Yeah. So
and I'm very proud of what I've done.
Yeah. So, anyways, I grew up watching arena football. Conrad, that's not here, unfortunately. Haven't got a phone call yet, but I'll figure that out later. Grandma knows about it. But anyways, I don't want to talk too much about it on stream. That's where I met Conrad at through the Shock. Shock Warrior did too. And one day I saw him painted his face. I was like, man, all these people here are painting their faces. It's like going to the Raiders game or Seahawks game. Or, even prime example, Green Bay. Packer fans get crazy. They wear the cheese heads. They paint their face. All that. I met a few cool Packer fans. There are a lot of them that are kind of butt heads, but it's whatever.
But bullies. I live in Wisconsin, so I know what Packer fans are like.
Yeah, a lot of them are arrogant too, but there are some nice ones. Anyways, long story short, so yeah, I saw that one day. It reminded me of the Raiders, and I looked down there and I saw Dean, and then I looked over there and I was like, oh, I don't know who this guy is, but he's really cool. And I went up there and introduced myself, and I was like, I like this. I think I'm going to start painting my face, and that's when I got the name, Fox. He kind of, him and I were like, no. But then
I got you going. Let me interrupt there. Your dad came to me. Your father came to me and asked me if I would help you paint and get to do something with you because you were interested in doing what I did. I'm trying to see if I have a photo right handy that I could pull out. It's probably upstairs. So I could show Grandma and anybody else. I don't have anything right handy. I had Foxy and his dad come to my place. God, this is how many, like 15 years ago now, something like that.
I would say 20 years ago.
I did my face paint as usual, but I painted Foxy's face using the Shock colors, which is orange, yellow, and blue, and painted his face. And you've probably seen pictures of him with the wig. And I painted it using the idea from Kiss, the second drummer, which is Eric Carr, the Fox. And that's where Foxy got his name Fox, because it was a Fox Warrior, and he stole the Warrior from me because I went by the Shock Warrior. So then he went by Fox Warrior, and he kept going, doing his thing. And then his dad got into it, and Grandpa got into it, and kept
Yeah, I talked to his
kind of,
grandpa.
huh?
I had talked to his grandpa. He was
Does
cute.
anybody know?
And
I've seen
and
some.
then
Oh, go ahead.
and gave Foxy a direction to be out there like I was, because I went up until a couple years ago. Well, up until a year ago, I still played drums in a church band because I love playing drums. I love being on stage. I love entertaining. Doing this is just the second nature to me. I can BS and be entertaining because it's what I've done all my adult life. So with Foxy, one thing led to another. Foxy doing that got him involved with other arena indoor football teams in his area in Washington, and then he started doing streaming because of doing the entertainment thing. And here we are years later, and he came to me and a year and a half ago, roughly ish, almost 2 years ago. Geez Louise,
Yeah,
asking
almost
if I
2 years ago.
follow, and here we are. Anyway, I've been doing this all my adult life, entertainment. So being on stage in front of people is just who I am, and it's extended where I would say Foxy would be a kid of mine because I got him started. He saw what I did. He saw the interaction I have with people because I'm very positive. I don't cuss when I'm in costume. I don't. There's always kids looking at me when I'm in costume. I know this. There's certain professional things that I've always carried myself to a higher standard.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. Well,
And-
especially dealing with kids. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, him, and then there was Joker, and then there was Conrad.
Worked in public service before, you know.
All cool people. I've long story short, that's my bro Jarvis right up there, and over here you can't really see it. I think, well, yeah, Grandma's seen it, and there's Grandma right there. There's Shock Warrior. There's Doctor. There's Grandpa, and there's Jarvis, and then there's Jeremy. Jeremy right over here on the wall. I have him over there. He wore number 4. That is my favorite number. I have it listed right here on my ring, right there. Anyways, he tragically passed away unsuddenly back in 2016, way before my grandma, and a year before. And he was walking across the street from Circus, a limousine. You know what circus is? Sorry. You know what circus is, right, Grandma? In Vegas? Or heard about it?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been there. I know what it is. But anyways, he was walking across the street. It was the day before his best friend's wedding. He was the best man in the wedding, believe it or not. And walking across the street, a limousine blows the stop light. He walked when the light was red, and instantly was going in at 100 miles per hour. Poof, and he was gone. It was bad. I remember.
Sounds fast, but you know,
I remember
yeah.
a couple of our dear friends. I saw it on Facebook that night. And I instantly broke down. I couldn't know how to think because I just talked to him 2 days prior to that. Him and Shopware knows. Him and I were really, really close. He's awesome people, and I'm friends very close to his family. And so I made it a promise to his family that I would carry that name into whatever I do. I have wristbands somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but I'll have to find them. I can give you guys some. But to honor him. And yeah, I was blown away. And so that's where the number 4 comes from. He was also played in the NFL. His cousin played for the Indianapolis Colts, defensive back. Gathers is his name. His dad was Jump 3, Gathers that played for the Denver Broncos, Super Bowl champion. And Jeremy played in the CFL, NFL, played for the Shock, played for Utah, played for Orlando. Awesome guy. And that year when we won the championship, he was the Arena Bowl defensive MVP of the game. And so, yeah, that's why I carry the number 4 in my name, to honor him. I'll never change it. It's to honor him, pretty much. And but
And
yeah,
that's why you are who you are.
yes, and I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my 11 years in streaming, which is really crazy. It'll be as of 11 years in another 2 weeks. Crazy. And I don't regret it. But long story short, shop games are fun. Arena games are fun. Him and I have met a lot of people. We know a lot of cool people.
Yep.
And we have relationships with a lot of people. I've always, once I get attached to somebody, it's very easy because in arena football, the cool thing is you get to go down on the field after the game, get autographs, interact with the players. Where NFL games, you don't even get to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
And I met Marshawn Lynch, his mom. She was on Campbell commercial. His brother played for the Shock.
Yeah.
And there's still quite a few guys still playing. Arville Nelson come out of retirement.
Did he?
Yes. Caesar Rayford. You don't remember the name, right? Caesar.
That sounds familiar.
He's now coach for, I don't remember what, in the International Arena League, which we'll see if that's going to even kick off this weekend. We'll see. I like the idea playing international. I think it will work. There's a lot of doubters, but it will be interesting to see how it goes. Arvin Nelson's playing for Las Vegas Rockers. And then there is Charles McCollum. He is playing for Cincinnati. And I talked to a lot of people that have said he is like he played like 8 years ago at this point when he played for Billy Beck and the Carolina Cobras. And I'm like, damn. And I know his coach that actually started him in the arena game, which is Keith Evans. Keith Evans is the son of Lee Evans, that back in 1960, when the United States won the gold medal in the track, they hold up their arms. That's his dad. And then Lee Evans and Metal Lemon's dad, Metal Mark Lemon, they're both very close. And that's how Keith Evans and Metal Lemon are very close. But yeah, I've met a lot of good brotherships. Micah King.
Micah.
I talked to him. I actually need to get a hold of him. I would love to have him on the podcast. I also talk to Nick Hague every now and then. Awesome people. And who's the other one?
I'm trying to get
Sammons.
Oh, I could get
he would be so freaking entertaining to have on stream, literally.
I'm still trying to figure out, Grandma, why do you assume I didn't have kids? Trying to figure that out.
Well, he kind of has kids. I mean,
I know something about a comment that was made. I don't recall exactly.
Somebody said something.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, okay, let me read this. Doctor goes, come on, Victor, you could have had one kid just for your name. And then he goes, oh, big mistake. Fox don't take the road. What? Fox needs to have 6 sons and 5 daughters. No. Absolutely hell no. I do not want.
Hey, Doctor, if I had a kid, the name was already picked out. Trust me. If I had a son, trust me, everything's It's I'm okay at this point in my life. It makes life easier without having kids.
Same. No disrespect to anybody, but yes. And then we have.
Why is that disrespectful? I graced the world without children.
Well,
There's a lot of there's a lot of people that feel that way. You know,
what I mean by that,
I just wasn't one of them.
I just don't want any kids. I mean, yes, I have my babes, my other.
I don't
But we don't
I
want
don't
kids
want any
either.
of my brothers. I got 2 brothers I can get rid of, but you know,
Yeah.
There you go.
my kids.
I don't want Foxy. I don't want you to reproduce. Well, you're carrying them.
I'm dead.
You're
I
bad
love all
enough.
these
Name
comments
it
in
after
here.
you.
Wow.
No. No.
Britt Lurky, love it. I also like that comment there. Aztec, awesome. It's freaking the weekend, yes. Awesome to see you in here. Vibes lurking late, sending out vibes and refreshing and fragrances. Love it. I love those comments. I appreciate you guys all for watching the podcast all the time. We've always,
For putting up with us.
I'm sorry I don't read the comments usually, chat.
He hasn't
It's
rained
kinda
very
hard.
well.
I do when I'm not doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Podcasts
You
is
got your mind
more.
on 20 million other things.
I'm more
Can't believe all the
attached
stuff
to
you
this.
remembered, all the names and.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, me.
I do really well with it. But it's
Not happening here.
But anyways, but yeah, that's how I met Shock Warrior. And
Yep.
like I said, I recommend please do us a favor and check out the game. And it's on, check it out, Grandma. I think you'll enjoy it. I think Timothy would enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
You're gonna have to clue in how you can watch it, if not live.
Yes. That's a good point. For everybody out there that is interested in Arena Football 1, you guys can watch that on Vice TV, the game of the week. You can also go on the website, theaf1.com, and get the schedules, see when they're on TV and all that, and also follow their social media. They are on Facebook, and they do very well doing that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna wrap some for Grandma.
And,
Keep going.
Anyways, but yeah,
Still
it's
hung
a
up
lot
on
of.
the kids.
But yeah, so yeah, they play on Vice TV, and they also play on Home Team Network, which is what I was saying earlier. You go on HomeTeamNetwork.com. If you have a problem, just let me know. I can walk you through how to get to where you can make an account. It's free. You can see all the games over there that aren't the games of the week, and it's free. You don't have to pay any money to watch it like you do the IFL. Indoor football, you have to pay like $50 or $70. International Arena League, which starts this weekend, highly recommend you check that out too. That starts this weekend, and then the team that's over where you're at, same concept of football, you just don't have the goalpost. Highly recommend you go check that out too, because that league there is basically to get their foot in the door to play in the higher leagues. But yeah, check them out.
They got to keep coming up with all different kinds of
so
ways.
since you missed it, Vice TV, and then also you can watch the games over Vice TV and Home Team.
Yeah.
Free app.
Talking about Lynch. That's his brother.
There he is. Yeah, that's Marshawn Lynch's brother. Zap Lynch.
Yep. There I am, Grandma, all made up pretty.
Yeah.
and what's cool is
It's kind of cool. It looks good on you.
he would always do.
Looks good on you.
Thank you.
We would always, him and I would like try.
You got the face for that design. I mean, it looks good on you.
And the part that I enjoyed is we would always try to outdo each other. He would do different, I do different. We would be like complimenting each other after the game. Like, bro, I like your paint. And then there's this Spokane mobile.
Anyway,
but yeah,
I'm the official master for them.
Yeah.
So
and
I wanted to share with Grandma. Screw you, Foxy. I don't care about you.
But yeah, check it out. I would
I
highly
mean,
recommend you.
you
Yeah. If you want some information on it, Grandma, I can give it to you. I highly recommend you take your grandson to let me find
The
that.
game.
Yeah, game.
Yeah.
It's not
he's been recommending that I take my grandson to the baseball game down the road, and yeah,
Well,
He recommends a lot.
yeah.
all kinds of stuff. You know, it's like I took him fishing the one year. Jeez,
Did he enjoy that?
he, he wouldn't touch the damn worms or nothing. And some nice big night crawlers I went out and caught. He wouldn't touch them.
Yeah, right here. This is their team.
There you go.
Oh, Claire. Oh my God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's almost the Minnesota.
That they yeah,
Not far from
there's
Minneapolis.
this was their original logo. This is that. Remember that league that we went over last year, like last summer, and we were talking about how the logos look funny, and this is that league.
So they're trying to improve upon that. That's funny.
You still got the Iowa woo. You know where the Iowa woo come? Ric Flair. Woo! Nature.
Is that what it?
Ric Flair. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Huh.
Jeff Jarrett is part owner with Nashville Cats.
Yeah, we talked about that one last podcast.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anybody out there, go check them out. Highly recommend you do so.
Cool.
Grandma, have a topic.
I have a topic.
Yeah, what are we going to talk about? Talk about me and my no kids? Come on.
Oh,
Come on, Grandma.
maybe it's
Fire her back.
time. You think
How about
it's
you and
time?
no kids?
You think it's time to tell the funny story, but kind of cut some of it out about Eddie?
I can't cut some of it out. That doesn't work. There was too much there. Inside joke. Inside joke. No, that's. I mean, it was kind of a weird. Okay.
It was yelling at her.
All right. Yeah, I know she was out there. Out in the kitchen.
I have a good one. How about
Who's out there? Grandma? Hold on. Who's out there? Grandma?
My son.
Oh. Okay.
He just put my cat in my area of the house here.
Okay. Meow meow.
He says can't leave your cat out in the kitchen.
Also, here's a good one. I have a good topic. I think I believe it's really cool. I watched it in the beginning, which was not SpaceX, but us going back to the moon. I thought that was kind of interesting. I still believe that was kind of wishy-washy. I'm just saying. We already had this discussion with multiple times on stream. But anyways, it was kind of cool if it was true. For the first time since 1960, it's been a long time. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I think it was really cool to see that happen again and let the world know that, hey, we're coming to go to space, But hopefully next year or the year after,
you believe that aliens? Sorry to interrupt. Do you believe that aliens landed here years ago?
Absolutely, I believe in aliens.
Talking to me or?
Well, sure. Yeah, you may as well answer too. I mean, you're
part of it.
Yeah, I believe aliens. I believe aliens are real. Who has Spotify here? Raise your hand.
Who has what?
Spotify.
I don't.
Okay. I like listening to every now and then about alien stories or Bigfoot stories, which I do believe in Bigfoot. Yes, I do. Um,
Oh, there's some good stuff on. Oh, there's brand new. I saw some video yesterday with Bigfoot. Oh my God, the video. He's like 10 feet away from the eye. Oh, yeah, there's something there. Hey, come on, Roswell. It happened.
yeah, it did.
Technology. You just put pieces together. Come on. If you don't
And,
conspiracy,
yes,
there's
I love conspiracies.
technology.
Love
There's
conspiracy
technology out there.
theories.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just
I
because they
do.
don't acknowledge it.
To answer your question, Grandma, yes, I do believe in aliens. I believe that there is some other human life on, in the world besides actual humans.
You
Um,
right. I gotta let my cat in.
I've heard of stories, and really, to tell you the truth, why would somebody sit there and say they were abducted by an alien? And I do believe that. I mean, how
Some
they,
people,
yeah, some of them are fake, but there is a lot of stories out there that are somewhat
yeah, there's
real.
consistency.
Wouldn't you agree to that, Grandma?
There's, yeah, I've heard from a lot of different people. Yeah.
Someone's going to Hawaii soon. Why is the door closed?
Because I closed it so the cat could come stay in here.
Yeah. Look, Pakistan. Come on.
Oh, you're
What was he
complaining about her being out there.
saying? You can't keep it closed so you can't get in.
Well, she's in here.
In there,
See, she's on the bed, sitting there, looking at you funny. Yeah. She looks real worried about going out there.
Oh.
I'm dead. But yeah, anyways, get back to what you were saying about aliens, Grandma.
Oh.
But
Well, yeah, I've heard of a lot of different stories where people have come forward and stuff, and I do believe that it's true that ships that landed years ago and they crashed. I don't know how they landed exactly, but they have the technology and they're learning. That's where a lot of our newer technology is coming from, and a lot of the space type stuff that's going on. And I think there's probably been a lot. There's been a lot more stuff that, I mean, they've got different kinds of airships, airplane. I don't know if you can call them an airplane or what, but that fly all these different ways and everything else. And there's just
Grandma, do you know of Bob
it's hard
Lazar?
to believe the technology is advancing that fast.
It's well, what we're given is not technically. I mean, airplanes haven't changed in 40, 50, 60 years. Do you know of Bob Lazar? Either one of you. Bob
no.
Lazar.
Mm-mm.
I heard the name.
Look at him. Because what he's talked about, Bob Lazar came out in 1989 about S4 and Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Lazar. Yeah, backward engineering alien ships. Boy, if you guys are conspiracy and you don't even know who Bob Lazar is, come on.
Doctor may know who that is.
Doctor,
I've heard the name, but I didn't.
he was, and the government went after him and discredited him left and right. But there's too many things that Element 115. Element 115 is what he talked about back in 1989 when he came out saying that he worked at S4 at Area 51. It's a sub of Area 51 out back, but he was backward engineering alien ships, and the fuel source for those was Element 115. There was no Element 115 up until a couple years ago, I believe, and even now it's not stable. But where the ships were actually where they came from and the aliens or whatever technology,
Time out.
that's
Doctor
what they
says,
use.
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
Doctor goes, yes, I do.
Good. Element 115 is just finally being proven that it is an element. It wasn't even wasn't even around when Bob Lazar came out and talked about it in 1989. So there's other things that Bob Lazar talked about back in 1989 because he thought he was going to they were going to kill him, the government, because there was issues. You have to follow the story. But now it's a big deal because he worked on the ships, backward engineering. So anyway, yeah.
And here's another thing that I'll add in there too. I know you probably remember because I think we talked about this. Sometime last year, remember there was an incident with the Grandma will probably remember this. So I think it was either last year or the year before, and they finally came out and talked about it because they wanted it. Yeah, it was last year that they talked about it. And what it was there was an identified object that came across the radar in the air, and the military denied it for like about 2 or 3 years, and finally last year they came out and said that it wasn't in space, it wasn't an alien spaceship. I differ on that because why would there be a little object flying around that looks like a round circle, and you're telling me that's
you're talking about the Tic Tac. Let's back up. It was the U.S. Navy.
Oh yeah, U.S. Navy. Yes.
They finally came out around 2014, where the Navy pilots were acknowledged. There's Tic Tacs, is what they're called. They're white. They look like a Tic Tac. They move all sorts of weird ways. That's when the government started to acknowledge, because their video got out showing the Tic Tacs and alien or whatever they are, and the way they move. There's no power source. There's no wings. There's no propulsion. There's no nothing. And the U.S. Navy, and there's pilots. I can't remember the gentleman's name, the pilot that is on video talking about he wanted to fly one, but he was observing these things. So the U.S. Navy finally acknowledged it. It's been going on for a while now. We are in 2026. So 2014 was when they started acknowledging that there's things in our air space that they don't know what they are. So they're called Tic Tacs, is what the media. So there's stuff out there. For years after Roswell, the Blue Book was to cover up. They're supposed to investigate sightings, etc., back in the 50s and 60s. And Blue Book was actually the what was his name? Heinegan, I believe was his name. Was a non-believer to do with aliens and UFOs or UAPs. And that's the other thing. They changed the terminology UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, instead of UFO, because UFO meant you're crazy or you had to have a tinfoil hat. So the U.S. government's been all over this. They cover shit up. They have forever because they have the knowledge.
I thought Trump was supposed to be telling us about this. He was supposed to let all this loose.
He's still working on it. He's still working on it.
Oh,
because you can't.
Still dealing with the Epstein files.
The president of the United States, whether it be Trump, whether it be Obama, be Clinton, whoever, can't just do stuff. I don't care. There's powers to be above him that they have the power to suppress. It's happened with industrial complex.
I mean, I can understand the U.S. not wanting other countries to have the knowledge that they have alien technology, and
we have to have.
I don't think the U.S. is the only one.
We're not, but we're the ones with the most power.
Yeah.
We control U.S. government or the deep state controls the powers to be. We control. U.S. controls so much in the world to do with anything, and little things get out. But it's conspiracy, and you're considered nuts. Although now the Navy acknowledged it, like I said, the Tic Tacs and blah blah blah. But
I mean, to make people think that they're nuts or something,
That's what they used to do. That's what they up until recently, like the Navy acknowledged it. Everybody was nuts. If you saw something, they were always discredited the people or the sighting or saying blah blah blah. Yeah, you were nuts if you ever saw something. Roswell, you look at technology and how it changed after 1947, there's patterns, and I've looked into it, and I'm nobody, and there's stuff out there, but yeah.
Here's another good one that I'll
We
add in
stepped
there.
into the Twilight Zone.
Here's another one for you guys too that we can dive in. So remember how, and the government still hasn't talked about it. And the president before Trump, I remember, and they still won't talk about it. They talked about a little bit about it, but they still won't tell us more detail. Remember the hot air balloons that were flying in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just surprisingly coming in, and they were floating up in the sky and
Oh,
all that.
all across the U.S.
They still will not tell us. We know. I mean, we do know that China was spying on us, but how that old man that had dementia and whatever, I don't like talking politics, but he still denies that to this day. And I'm like sitting here going, "Are you stupid? Those were."
I thought that was already acknowledged that it was.
There kind of was.
Spy balloons, and
There kind of was, but they never really came out and gave us full detail like they should have and let everybody know. Of course not.
Well, no, they didn't.
Yeah.
No. That.
Give me mass panic. If they acknowledge some of the stuff, they can't do it because they assume that the general public is too stupid and will freak out to the point because it interrupts beliefs, religion, etc. to acknowledge any of this. Plus, the U.S. government can't control. They don't admit what they can't control, and they can't control aliens. Look back into the sightings. It was, I believe, it was 1953 in the U.S. D.C., Washington. The U.S. The spaceships that were seen then. There was pictures taken of them. There were sightings a couple days in a row. I believe it was 53. And they still don't acknowledge it. Or
they come out with all these Star Trek and all this shit with all this different ideas and shit. They didn't come up with that from grasping in the air, They came up with that from something.
Although some of it, H.G. Wells before 1947, H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds.
Yeah, War of the Worlds.
All that imagination. But some of this has come because of what they actually know, and they leak it out. That's Hollywood, and the government is part of the CIA. They're like, they link stuff together to acknowledge E.T. the alien, the movie E.T. That was partly to do with to educate or what was
lessen people's fears.
They're trying to educate the general public to a degree without scaring, but they're intertwined. There's stuff that they do. I can't even go. My mind is.
You didn't seem like the type either that would really get into alien.
Oh, I saw something when I was a kid, so I believe
he's.
Yeah, just because I don't talk about it, now that you guys got me started, I talk to a lot of people about conspiracy and UFOs and Bigfoot, and there's just because they don't acknowledge it doesn't mean it's not real.
And here's another good one since I can.
Grandma didn't. Now do you know? Now I don't have kids, and now you know I'm conspiracy, and I believe.
I love conspiracies.
But I do back it with certain things. With my knowledge, as you can tell.
And you've been married 3 times, and wow.
I've only been married twice legally.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you been married 3 times?
No, twice.
Okay. Yeah, I learned after the second time, because I knew at the second time I didn't need to get legally married after that. So, anyway, yes, Foxy. I'm sorry as I interrupt.
So. We dove into it like podcasts ago to conspiracies. I love conspiracies myself. I really do. Here's another good one. I truly believe that the clouds. I'm not saying all, but there are some clouds out there
Can be created.
that are
Yeah.
man created,
Oh
and
yeah.
they sit there and say, "Oh no, it's like, you know, prime example. I've never seen it this cold here for a week in April. It's usually like in the 70s over here, at least.
Been
Um,
in the 70s here.
yeah, how it was cold the last several days over here, and it kind of has now dropped down to 48. But the snowstorm that's over on the passes, I believe it's man-made. Honestly, that the clouds, because if you look at it, you know, the clouds
What?
should never be covering the sun, but all of a sudden the clouds are passing by, and here, you're looking over there, the sun's right there, and instantly that cloud over there wasn't over there, but yet it automatically, magically appears and covers the sun. It's crazy how it was, and I seen it today. Uh,
Clouds
uh,
work that way, by the way, and I've been around a lot longer than you have, and things get cold. I've seen it snow in June in the Northwest in my area.
4th of
So
July.
never. I've
I'm not
never.
saying things aren't man-made because they seed. You see the
It's not just that. It's not just the seeding. They've got some way to control the weather.
there
Some
is
kind of some kind of.
I can't think of the name of it off the top.
But
Um, that there is, yeah, they do control. There's possible at this point the amount of technology that's out there. I could recommend a podcast that I watch on YouTube.
what
But
was it the last thing that
Mhm.
I remember that it was really brought up quite a bit about was when there was a crane or something that tipped over on some construction site. I don't remember what it was for, but it was something. It was pretty publicly known about, and it was because of the weather all of a sudden. Which that's when they said something that maybe it was weather that was made. You know, not just natural weather.
right, right, yeah, there's stuff out there. There's things that we don't know that. Yeah, there's powers that be that can control certain things. So, wow, Foxy, you didn't know I was so conspiracy, did you?
I knew you were a little bit, but I didn't know you were farther
I
than
used
that. I
to
mean,
have a
it.
box of
I love it.
MREs down in the basement until the rats ate them.
I love conspiracies. Here's another
What
good
was
one.
that, Grandma?
Oh, go
What was
ahead.
that, Grandma?
I said I used to have a box of MREs down in the basement until the rats ate them.
That was crazy that you had to go through how many? I mean, I don't even like what 5, 6 rats this year.
I found a dead, one that was dying outside. It must have got into that poison that we got down there. That's some
When?
pretty good poison.
Oh, better
Today,
you than I. We only have like mice.
Just recently or what?
today, yeah, earlier today. I walked out and walked around the corner. I was going to go check the mail, and I thought it was a rabbit. It was
Oh,
because how big it
Oh
was. Like,
God, no!
holy shit! I'm like kicking it and shit, and it's spazzing out. And,
wow.
well, I didn't kick it. I just kind of tapped it a little.
Can I recommend one of the podcasts that is quite
Yeah, go ahead.
educational? It's the Y Files. Y Files. WHY Files.
I've heard of that.
FILE. Y Files. It's a red dot with a WF,
Okay, hold on here. Let
and
me.
he gets into conspiracy stuff, and he'll give you a story, and he does it very well. But there's education. He has all sorts of stuff. Gotten really popular in the last couple last year or 2 years. Y Files. Y Files, and it will educate you. He goes in.
YouTube.
He gets the information. He will give you years. He will give you. He goes. They research
YouTube.
information. So, and you can
YouTube.
look up to the alien. You can look up on the far side of the moon. You can look up whether we went to the moon or not. You can. He has episodes on the weather control. He has episodes on all sorts of on Roswell. Yeah, it's quite interesting. JFK. Yep, there you go. Y-Files. Yep, you got it.
Okay, let me find it on my phone.
Yep,
here.
he does a great job. He will. You watch a couple episodes, you'll understand what he does and how he does it, because he'll give you facts and information, and some things he believes, some things he doesn't. And actually, he's looked into things and his staff where
What
it's
is it
changed
called?
his mind.
What is it
I
called
sent you
again?
the link. I sent you the link.
W-A-Y.
W what? What?
I sent you the link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I sent you the link.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, my bad.
Thank you. Thanks, Grandma.
Oh, just subscribed. There
Look
it
at
is,
that.
chat.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
He goes over a lot of stuff. And then he just started a new thing. It's a Wi-Fi basement where he'll have a guest on that they talk about all sorts of stuff.
I know my babes loves that kind of stuff. Like we sit there, like just today, I won't go in detail, but we were talking about some true stuff. I won't talk about it on stream, but
Yeah.
I dove in it with grandma a little bit, but don't say anything. But yeah, I love always been huge into conspiracies, and
I got a friend that thinks Elvis is alive, so hey.
At this point, I don't think so, but that's a nice thought that he lived past.
just
Well,
like
all the
people,
conspiracy.
just
Well,
like people
the one
think,
guy that looks just like him is a minister or something or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
doesn't he have a
Like,
I've
brother?
seen that.
He has a brother that's still alive, correct, guys?
No.
No,
I thought he has like
No.
there's a cousin or something that looks like him.
that's
Maybe.
that's the person that they're trying to say is him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He was born a twin. He was supposed to be a twin. Elvis,
Mhm.
did you know that?
No,
Foxy?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was supposed to be a twin. So, yeah, there's things that even with that conspiracy, with the misspelling on the grave or the tombstone, apparently, Elvis Aaron Presley.
Yeah.
Here's another good
I'm
one.
I'm all over this stuff. How about JFK?
Oh yeah,
There's all.
oh God.
It wasn't just.
Yes.
It wasn't just Oswald. So yeah,
Okay.
there's stuff.
The
And-
Twin Towers. The Twin
and-
Towers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I believe in that. I really
So
do.
what's your theories of that?
I
think
believe that it. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll
No,
let you
go ahead,
first.
Foxy.
No, you go
I
ahead.
wasn't asking Fox. I was asking.
You were asking me?
Yeah.
I have seen some weird things that doesn't make sense. Demolition. It's coincidental where the owner of the building, the one day that it got attacked, he wasn't there. There's the implosion of the building itself, of the buildings, means it was demolished. It wasn't accidental. I've seen videos where to do with the Pentagon too, that same attack, where there's millions of dollars that is missing now. Oh, we are so lied to. We are, as the American public, we're so lied to. We're so manipulated, brainwashed, and controlled. That's COVID was the next thing. I mean, let's see how many.
Okay, there was such a big thing that we were being attacked by terrorists, but the buildings were probably rigged with explosives to make them fall a certain way. It was after the planes hit them. So how do they, how does something like that happen? To where so that means the U.S. Somebody in the U.S. has to, or somebody, I don't know, how could somebody get in there with that much explosives without being known?
They can plan it out in the evenings, weeks and months in advance. It didn't just happen overnight. They just didn't do it like, hey, we're gonna.
I don't think that the terrorists are the one that planted the explosives. I think it was somebody in the U.S. And obviously.
It was part of the CIA, because the CIA is covert operations. CIA, you look into what CIA actually is.
Mm-hmm.
They're not here for us. They do bad things. They're doing bad things all the time. They're part of the co-op to make people or to brainwash people to do with whatever, to give them misinformation. It has to do with the aliens, has to do with government in general. Yeah, look at what the CIA is.
Here's another good conspiracy, since we were talking like space and all. So remember, oh my god, I think I watched. Yeah, I did watch it on stream. A couple years ago.
Was it real?
Yes, is a conspiracy about Space Shuttle Columbia. When I watched that whole thing, and by the time I watched it, and that's when the moment in time that was before that I loved conspiracies, but this one
Like
was
when it blew up, right?
Yeah, really intriguing, and how basically when it went up, yes, it blew up, but there was not anybody that was in that shuttle is what the conspiracy said. Now,
yep,
and I believe that there was nobody in there. Plus, they were showing images on that conspiracy of what all the people look like then, and what they look like now, and that they've actually talked to them and whatnot, and they don't want anything to do with it. Like they deny, like if you're still alive, why would you sit there and tell the media and the news that you don't want to talk about? Why don't you clear your names up? And it actually they took it to Congress, I think, too, long time, like several years back, and they still sit there and didn't deny that those people are I mean, they'll still say that people are actually dead. Do I believe that? No, because the people actually 100% look exactly like those people then, but of course they're older and stuff. And it was really intriguing and interesting.
I'd have to see it.
Foxy, I know what you're talking about, and I've seen it, and I agree. From what I've seen on it, basically what they're saying is no one died. Any of the astronauts did not actually die in that accident.
Yeah,
they actually
right.
They took them and they basically rebranded them. They became other people, either twins of the people, and they're you can look this up. And they show pictures of the astronauts that supposedly perished, and the people that they're twins. That they don't have records of them having twins before this, or they don't have. Basically, they brought them back as different people after the accident, so they can live their lives and be humans again, or be human, have lives, but they're different lives. So, and some of them, they said there was either a twin or a relative somehow of somebody that already died, and they show pictures, and it's very, very compelling.
Very compelling.
No, when that
go ahead.
Okay, when that happened, that was over Texas. East Texas, over Nacogdoches.
When they went up, right?
Yeah, over Nacogdoches and Lufkin areas in Texas. That's where I was living for quite a few years. It was in Lufkin. My parents actually saw that happen. They saw it.
I remember watching it live. At least what I think. Nowadays, I don't know if it's live anymore.
It was up in the sky. I mean, they're like, Lufkin is East Texas, halfway between, like about 200 miles north of Houston, about a little bit further than that to Dallas. But they actually saw it out there. They saw it blow up. They saw the particles and everything coming down. And from what I heard from what my dad used to rub elbows with these millionaires and shit like that out there. And I mean, my dad was a bullshitter from the word go, but he was good people though. But and they said that there was a lot of a lot of comments and stuff of this was found or that was found or this was, and it was body parts.
That's
Interesting.
crazy. I mean,
So I
if
don't
there
know.
is, I
I
believe
don't know
there.
why the people that live in the area would be claiming that, there was body parts and
Right.
that
Now,
it was a
see,
conspiracy.
what I remember after during the accident, supposedly they said initially
What
that
they
the
do, put a
body
bunch of corpses in it or something?
the capsule with the bodies in it actually didn't blow up, is what I heard initially. So that's kind of weird. That yeah,
Yeah,
but
I still believe, like Shockware, 100% that was a rigged and fake deal. Um, I mean, like literally, go watch it. It's on YouTube, Grandma. It'll like after you watch it, you'll be like, damn.
what I'm not saying that the other people aren't telling the truth, but there's just too many things to do with um, space exploration and the U.S. government that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, SpaceX does not make any sense to me either. Like, yeah, and I'm sorry I have to say this, but for God's sake, and this is where I still don't believe that those images are real. Like you look at and there's because you got AI going on.
Nowadays.
You got it. Yeah, you
Oh,
got
you
to
thought
think.
about Dark Side of the Moon?
Well,
Those pictures are like,
this is what I'm gonna say, which is goes like this. You look at the footage from the International Space Center of the Earth, right? Something doesn't make sense because it looks so fake, like cartoonish, like it's like even the spaceship, up there doesn't even match up to what they say it matches up, and supposedly they're building a new one, but there's something that's not adding up. It doesn't look real. Even when they went around the moon, and they went around the moon, showed it live, and then you could see them getting closer and all that. And even that looked fake just recently. Even when they were in the spaceship, you could tell in the. So apparently they were, they were interviewing, they were talking on TV, right? In the background, you know how AI you can see a shadow in the background around the person or whatever. It looked like AI.
Green,
Yeah,
green screen.
even even when they put there's a video on Twitter, and they put I think it was peanut butter or something on the bread, and it wasn't even floating up. It's supposed to be floating up. It didn't. It's just wiggling, and you could tell even that looked fake. I'm like,
Yeah.
all the images of them in the space shuttle, no, and
Very
then
questionable.
and then all of a sudden you see if even when they land too, easily what could happen, and this
Yeah.
is my theory, they could take that capsule, put it on an airplane, fly up, okay, and then make it seem that it's
Oh yeah.
landing onto the Earth, and there's a splashdown. No way that shit is totally real. Something does not make sense. Even look at, um, even look at the, go back and look at when we went on the moon, right? And I think we've talked about this a little bit before. Yeah, we did actually. And what it was that I said back then was streams ago. I mean, podcasts ago. But anyways, long story short, that those images from when they walked on the moon, and you could see the shadow and the light, and the lighting doesn't add up to what it's supposed to be. That shit is fake. There's no way that we actually landed on the moon, but they tell everybody and want everybody to believe that yes, we went to the moon. And no.
It's money and power and control.
Yep, money,
I,
power, and control.
I don't know. Have you seen the original footage of that or when it was
Yes.
happening?
Still,
I mean,
still looks fake, and that's what they were showing on
well,
the
yeah.
documentary.
Okay, I stood at the edge of the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I looked out, and it did not look real. No, I could have swore it was just a hazy illusion.
Yeah.
But if I'd have stepped off the edge, I'd have killed myself.
Could it be you didn't have the right glasses on?
Wasn't wearing glasses then.
Or you need a glasses?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
cataracts and.
but yeah,
Oh.
I would say I mean yeah, it
I mean,
Sucks
everything's gonna be different. Different things. People say that they look at the Niagara Falls and they can't believe the waterfall. I've never seen it, so I don't know. I think it would be pretty interesting looking, but it'd still be just a waterfall.
Grandma, haven't you ever heard the theory that we're all living in a 3D? This is all make believe. Our reality isn't real.
Oh, like the Matrix.
yeah.
Yeah, haven't you? Don't you? That's the ongoing thing now. That's a big conspiracy. So we're all living in the Matrix, a Matrix. So
Yeah.
Who
Just
knows?
like I believe, and I'm not.
I don't think so.
Here's another thing too. And I'm not trying to be judgmental or nothing. I'm not. But this is true. Which is, I'm going to dive into this. Okay. So, you know how we had Native Americans, they were here first, and then African Americans, right? And they say, oh yeah, they flew the African Americans to America. No. African Americans, Native Americans came here. They treated my relatives.
They weren't doing too much flying back then.
Yeah, they treated my relatives. They treated my relatives like crap. They took away our native tongue, our bow and arrow, bow and knife.
Here goes on the song again.
Our own, yeah, and it's a true song. And they took away our, locked us on the reservation and all that, right? Well, they did the same. They treated the African Americans like slaves, treated them like dog shit, like they did us. And I'm not, I'm friends with Caucasians. I don't mind, some of them, but
I can do
He's
it.
more white than I am.
yeah, but I will say, look, they always claim that, oh yeah, we were here first and all that. No, they don't want us to know. They want to change up the story. They want to take credit. I mean, look at this. And here's another good example, part of that. Okay, so I said that. Now think of this. Amazon, Microsoft, Xbox, Twitter, X, all that is owned by Caucasians. You don't see a multi-billionaire Native American. You don't see a billionaire African American out there.
He tried having this conversation with me the other day.
I believe that. I cold-heartedly believe that.
And yet you're a white guy too.
Native.
You're a white guy. But you're a white guy. You can say I have Native in me too, but you're still a white guy. I'd be considered a white guy. So, you know who writes history? Winners, the people that take over. That's who it is. So, you can blame whoever, but there are certain stories that are going to be told, and you can point your fingers and say that it's the white guy. It's all the white guy. I'm a white guy, and yet I don't have anything. So
basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's about money, power, and control.
And control. Yeah. Wow. I said that.
And here's another crazy thing. Think of this.
How crazy?
Credit check. Yeah, you have to have credit check, and they do credit check in our country, right?
Nowadays,
a lot of other countries like China, Thailand, and all that, they don't do credit check. But
they just control. China just controls people completely.
They don't get no credit. That's why.
That's right. They look into how different countries work. I'm not saying U.S. sucks, China sucks, but they're controlled. We're all controlled. On that note, I got to get going, Foxy. Grandma, I got to get going. You guys can
Yeah, it was
continue with that.
fun. It was fun. Next one will be, let's see here. It'll be May 22nd.
22nd. Grandma, it was a pleasure.
Anything
Now
you'd
that we
like to
started
say in
talking.
closing?
It was definitely, as Fox said, it was definitely very
Yeah,
interesting.
I had a lot of fun. I love conspiracies.
He tried to bribe me to come in here, and it was like, all right, fine. I said, I don't want to hear about sports.
And everybody is watching. Thank you as always. You got some of my conspiracy. Now you found out a little bit more about me than I usually don't go that far. So yeah,
I
there's
enjoy it. I love.
So
We'll have
now
to do that.
answer the question.
yes.
Am I
What
funny?
question? Huh? Are you? Oh, you're okay. You're okay. I think you can be funnier. I think we didn't get on a good subject for you today. Doing the football and sports kind of threw you off, but the conspiracy you started getting into it. So
Yeah, it was
I
a
think
lot of fun.
yeah, you can do better.
We'll dive more into conspiracies, y'all, on the next
Yes,
episode. On the next episode
and
of
watch
podcast.
the Y Files and let me know what you guys think. Grab it, let me know. Tell Foxy what you think because there's a lot of information that it is to delve into. Foxy, we'll talk soon.
Yeah,
I'll contact you to do some of this outside stuff because we got to go to a couple games and stuff.
yeah, oh yeah, and I'll let you know tomorrow if I hear anything on
Yeah.
Conrad. So
Yes, please do. I might have to go check him out. Might go. I have his address.
yeah.
So there. Grandma, thank you very much.
Anything you'd like to say in closing to everybody that's out there watching?
To me?
Everybody.
I just want to say thank you. I got to get going. I have a woman waiting for me.
All right, buddy. Good. Thank you
Well,
again.
let's not
Have
keep
a
him
fun.
now.
Exactly. Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. We got 20 more, about like 19 minutes to go. I usually like to just take it to 3 hours, but we can continue right there a little bit.
On the end of your podcast.
Yeah, I usually we're at 2 hours and 41 seconds. Yeah, Big W. Thank you to Chuck for coming on again as usual. I love conspiracies. Conspiracies are fun. You know, when we do these type of podcasts, guys, you know, we may disagree on things, but we're not gonna sit there and butt heads. We love putting out, you know, content and stuff. Too.
No, I mean,
It's interesting.
you guys said what you thought about the space shuttle blew up, and I, you know, said what I heard.
Like Bigfoot.
I just we still don't know what's true.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's dive into Bigfoot. I 100% believe that Bigfoot is 100% real. I believe that there is an animal out there that's tall, that big. I mean, you know, and I've listened to Bigfoot.
so how old do you think this animal is?
I'll get to that. Hold that thought. You can answer me before I lose my train of thought. Here's a good one. Bigfoot, right? I've listened to a lot of, you know what? You have Spotify, correct?
Spotify.
Yeah, music. You know the Spotify.
My music tries to come up with something on Spotify.
Well, so on Spotify, they have Bigfoot files, something like that. I can't remember it on top of my head right now, but anyway,
X-Files.
Yeah, Bigfoot X. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've listened to it all the time, and the stories I've heard of Bigfoot and stuff like that. It's mind blowing. I don't. Why would somebody that experienced go deep in detail? Give you deep in detail. Why would they do that? They
about their experience.
Yeah, about their experience of Bigfoot.
Because people like they like to tell stories, and they like to be famous and known for something. So that's why they tell. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I I wouldn't be surprised if there are. Um, for for God's sakes, for how many inbreds there are in the world. How many I saw in Texas alone. It's like, sorry, Texas, but I haven't lived too many other places. Wisconsin doesn't, you don't see too many up here,
Yeah.
but down there you see a lot more. And
And then
I think it could be something like that.
mm-hmm.
That kind of family that went wrong type
Uh-huh.
thing, and I think that there's more
Okay.
than just one, probably more
Okay.
than just one out there.
Okay.
It's probably a family,
Yeah.
family
And I
name.
would say, and
I don't know
here's
where they
not
were all cited and stuff, but you
yeah,
know,
it's just like, you put Bigfoot in there, right? Well, okay. It's just like Oregon claims that they had Bigfoot first and it went over there. No. It was here in the Pacific Northwest first. And quite honestly,
but that's what I'm talking about. Is that
yeah.
it may be both places. It
Yeah.
may be all
Okay.
over.
It could be very well. Mm-hmm.
There may be
But
a.
the first sighting of Bigfoot, I know you've heard of it. There's a town north of here or south of here. Before you get over on Stevens Pass, there's a town, German town that's called Leavenworth. Very cool stuff there. I'm not too crazy on German food, but there are some good places there that have Americanized food, which I don't, but they have a toy shop that's been there for years. They have a lot of stuff. And it's a tourist trap. They also have a roller coaster, not a big one, a small one. They have a golf course. They have a deer farm, which Timothy would love to see the deer farm. Oh yeah, and they go into this.
Buffalo
I know the person that runs that up there, and or used to, and it's actually really cool what they do. But all the when they have babies and all that, it's like sometimes when they have babies, the deer have babies, they have to be there 24/7 until the deer comes out because there has been times where sometimes the umbilical cord gets stuck on the deer's head and the baby calf, so to speak. And yeah, it's really interesting in the deer farm. They go in detail about all their this not just the deer. They're
Well, that's
rain.
not just
They're
that's
reindeer.
anybody.
These are actual
Yeah,
reindeer.
they had a reindeer farm somewhere around here too. So
So
yeah, that's they had a buffalo
my
farm
point
and
is, oh wow, my point is that
bulls.
Bigfoot was spotted here first, up there somewhere between that area. Um, and there's been documentaries like, remember, there's a famous guy that's out here. Actually, he's from 2 hours, 2.5 hours away. Uh, town called Moses Lake. Evo Knievel. Evo Knievel was lived out here in the Pacific Northwest, correct?
No, I didn't know where he lived.
Yeah, look it up. He lived in
I
part
know he
time.
kept going down the damn
Mm-hmm.
Grand Canyon though.
Yeah, so they lived in a town called Moses Lake, and then his son did what his dad did, which is I loved his son. Right,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got real ill a couple of years ago and passed away. I think it was like 2 years ago, and he was in the process of his life mission, and he had a documentary and was working on it and all that of Bigfoot. He believed that there was Bigfoot. He came up to the Pacific Northwest and Oregon, and he would like it was literally they only had like 3 or 4 episodes, and it was starting to get really good. Um, it was going to blow. It was already blowing people's mind what he was discovering and the stories, and he would talk to the people that experienced, just like the famous footage that was, you know, you see the Bigfoot walking in the forest, that you do know the guy that had the surround. What do you call it? When you go get your foot product, your inserts for your feet, because some people have fallen arches. Instead of having an arch go around, it's flat. Therefore,
Right.
you're
Flat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you go in and they put your feet in like a cast, right, and they pour the plaster or whatever you want to, yeah, plaster. We'll just use plaster.
Never had
They
that done, but yeah.
he poured it on that big footprint. There's no way in hell that shit is fake, and it's actually in a museum over. I think it's been turned over to somewhere over here has it. One of the Indian reservations over here has it. Um, and yeah, it's actually really cool. Now, also, my Indian reservation, um, there was a
I'm gonna start calling you white.
meteorite. There was a meteorite that landed on the reservation, and it was stored in New York for years, and it took them a long time. And they actually have a museum over there, and I've been there. I know the people that run it and stuff like that, and a lot of history there. Love the history of Native American. But anyways, there's a meteorite here in the Pacific Northwest that hit, and my Indian reservation was one of the lucky ones to have it. They actually have a full blown piece, and they were able to retrieve it and get it, and they put it there in the museum and stuff. But yeah, get back to Bigfoot. I 100% believe he's real. There is something out there running around. It's just like what was that? I heard one of my friends the other day called me up.
Man.
One of my friends called me up that lives up, at this by the ski resort, and he's like, and I know for a fact he would never, lie to me or whatever. He's told me some really interesting stories that he's seen because he lives in the forest, and he went in there. Um, he was in well, he was not went in there, but he was in his house, and he went out to go grab something outside, and he said it wasn't a bear, wasn't anything, but it was like 7 foot tall, almost 8 foot tall, or a little taller than that, and it was furry. The feet were huge, and he saw instantly just it was coming, like poked out, walking towards, his place, and then all of a sudden it got scared, frightened, and it went back into the fort. I'm like, what in the? And he's like, I swear to God, that was Bigfoot. And then his friends and all that, they tried to go out there. They went out there and tried to find the footprints, but he said it was, like, what do you explain something that big if it isn't Bigfoot? You know what I mean? It couldn't be a alligator. It couldn't be not it wouldn't be an alligator. It couldn't be a dinosaur. It couldn't be none of that. Like what? And then there is a wolf as well over here that is bigger than a normal sized wolf. It's not. It's ugly. It's disgusting, and it's bigger than a normal.
It's a wolf man?
No, not wolf man. It's an animal, but people claim that it's not a wolf, but it has the features of a wolf, but it's bigger than a normal wolf.
Doesn't have human characteristics?
Kinda,
Hmm.
but it's very weird how and I believe a lot of that shit. Like a lot of like I say, when Shockwave was on here, a lot of the conspiracies. There's a lot of it's interesting to learn stuff like that, Um, and then there's a lot of stuff that is true that they'll never tell us. But beside the point, yes, I believe that Bigfoot is real. There's something out there that doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. And
There's a lot of things out there that don't add up and don't make sense.
Yeah. Do you
So
believe, Grandma, that there is Bigfoot out there? More roaming around?
I don't know, somebody with big feet out there, maybe, but I I don't know what they would call the person or whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of species like just in the ocean that we don't know about too. I
Yeah.
mean, there's been. I mean, it could be a whole. It could be a. I've never heard of interspecies type. You know, children, but um, you never know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You just
Or it
never
could be
know.
just a lot of inbreeding. I don't
There's a
know.
lot. Doctor goes, yeah, Bigfoot is real, and he is in Wisconsin. Well, he's also in Washington too. There's a lot of places that he is in, but
Yeah.
wouldn't you agree though that the
I mean, it
well-known
would
place?
come here, and
Wouldn't you say the well-known place where it was originally spotted would be Washington because that's where the story.
I don't know. I don't. I never heard
Yeah,
the original beginnings of it, so I don't know.
yeah. Look it up.
If you say so, that's fine. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but it's also been spotted. I do remember it was spotted in Wisconsin as well somewhere, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No idea.
But yeah, I like I say, something doesn't. I mean, what would you what if it's not Bigfoot? Just example. What do you think it would be? It wouldn't be a bear, because bears, they're not. They're not muscly
Bears are
like
pretty,
that.
yeah, bears are.
But this is
And
more
and
muscly
they
than a
stand up
bear.
on their hind legs and they're pretty big.
So what do you think it is?
I mean that around here that could be a bear.
But do you believe?
I wouldn't think that
Do you believe that there is Bigfoot out there?
if there's. I think that's more of a mountain man type. Um, uh, Story of something. It's not when they talk about
Maybe it's
Bigfoot, they don't.
a
They
doctor
talk about
goes.
something
Maybe
that
it's a
lives.
gorilla.
They talk about something.
Bigfoot is looking for a wife too to have kids with. Yeah, Bigfoot is real, and he is okay. Go ahead.
Oh God, no, I just lost my train of thought. Oh my
Bigfoot.
God.
Oh, we were talking about what. What do you think it is? I mean, it could be a bear, but you got to
Um,
remember
um,
though, they already measured the prints of the Bigfoot, and the bear prints are the paw of the foot
does does
doesn't
that?
add up.
But bears do exist. Does that mean that there might not be a bear with bigger paws? Since they already exist,
That
would
could be
would
very possible.
be a possibility.
But
Um,
go
could
ahead.
there be a possibility of some kind of interbreeding somewhere? I've never heard of anything like that, but who knows? I've heard of it being insinuated,
Like doctor said, well, there
but
is
yeah.
something. Well, there is something out there, and one day we will bump into it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you
I
go ahead and
mean,
you do the bump and you do the grind and whatever you see. I don't
but
care.
it there. I like I say, I believe it's not a bear. I believe it's actual Bigfoot, and I'm not it. I've listened to stories on Bigfoot files and stuff. I've seen documentaries on TV and stuff. I, I'm sorry, but the way that people get emotional and how they explain it and stuff, it's mind blowing to me. It's really mind blowing that there is literally something out there that we all don't know what it is, and you just don't know.
There's a lot. There's a lot of somethings out there that we don't know about.
Like I still
And
believe.
people just haven't figured
Yeah.
out some of them yet.
Like
That
I
because
like
they hear all these other stories. Well, oh yeah, that was just a weather balloon. That wasn't a spy balloon. That was just a weather balloon. They were just checking what the weather was over here. Hey, That's cool, ain't it?
I think
No.
Bigfoot is real, but I think
I mean,
he's in Area 51 already. The CIA knows. Yeah, well, and there you go again. There's a lot of stuff that we will never know that is in Area 51, and that's the thing. Just like
but there are, from according to Ron, there are my friend, there are more areas than just 51. There's Area 53
bullshit.
and a number of different areas that they have facilities at.
Well, Area 51 is the most well-known place. Wouldn't you
Yeah, I
say?
know, but they have got other places that are nearby.
But we never hear about it.
I don't know. He's been watching a lot of YouTube videos.
I don't believe that. I believe there's only one Area 51, and a lot of
That's
stuff
why he
that he
knows so
said.
much about Elvis.
I'm not trying to get into that, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't believe him saying. But I'm
Yeah.
not saying anything else. That's where I'll leave it right there. But I will also say,
Area 1 up to Area 100.
I will
Huh?
also say there is a lot of secret spacecraft that could be in there. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Bigfoot could be stored in a like how they have those movies. He could be stored away in a little freaking thing or in a container, and they taking care of him. All we know, we don't know. But I do say also
Yeah, so much is hidden from people
look at the
and
interesting part. I don't. You may have remember this. So on the coast of California, right? You can look this up. There is something. It's like a castle, but it's not. And it's on the coast of California, and they have a lot of people
northern,
that
southern.
suppose it. It could be, but it's on the coast of somewhere on the California where
It's a northern or southern.
right around the southern edge. So I don't know. All I
Yeah,
know it's on the coast. It was on the coast of California. I don't. I would have to go back and watch the documentary to see where exactly it
thought
is.
you might have a little more insight on it since you
But with
know
what
so many other.
well, it's out there. All you have to do is type it in. There is an area that's underwater, and people have, and they did a documentary that they have seen. It's not animals, it's not anything, but it's like a spaceship kind of thing, and they're coming in the water, going out, coming in, and they go into the thing. How do you explain that? Aliens is what people have. I'm being serious. Look it up. There has been pictures of it, and there's been footage, and they even gone down in the water to look at it, and it's weirdly shaping. All you have to do is type in spacecraft in underwater in the coast of California
Huh.
or on the coast of
I've
California.
heard, you know,
Have you heard
theories.
of what I? Have you heard of that before?
Yeah, so well, not there in particular, but the in movies and stupid shit, where they're living in the ocean, and they all of a sudden come up through the water, splash out, and da-da-da, you know.
Yeah. So in closing, Susan, we are past 3 hours. I would say, last thing I would like to. Oh,
They're definitely breeding
oh,
Bigfoot.
but yeah, aliens. I
Breeding.
believe aliens are real. Do you believe that?
Yeah, yeah.
What makes you believe that? I never got to hear. You never
Um,
really got to say what makes you believe.
yeah, I did earlier. It's because of our technology advancement. It's been
Mm-hmm.
there aren't that many smart people in this world, for God's sakes, that can come up with this shit just out of the blue.
Yeah,
They have to learn it somewhere.
yeah. I mean, it's like, well, you have a good
Kind of what I'm
point
thinking,
because you look at the conspiracies too. Like, they're definitely breeding Bigfoot, bro. I believe that.
Did you
Did
hear
you
me?
hear about the 5 people who died on the Titan? Yes, that was last year, by the way. That was bullshit. With
About the
that,
Great Reset. What's resetting?
and what do you think about the Green Reset? I'm trying to remember.
Great
But
Reset.
remember that. Well,
Don't know.
let's finish with the alien thing, and I'll quickly dive into that, and then we'll. But yeah, go ahead, continue what you're saying. About
I,
the alien.
I definitely, I mean, I think that's where all the technology is coming from because the government's got a lot of, you know, aircraft and stuff that they don't want to tell people about, really. It's made out of things that aren't normal for around here. Uh, it,
Yeah,
it's just no, it's too.
and that's. I agree. It's to what?
It's too evident that where in the hell do you think they come up with Star Trek and all that crap? I mean, there's got to be some kind of knowledge of stuff out there.
I
There's got to
believe.
be. It, I
I
like
believe
that.
there
I like that
is.
in that one movie, that where they say that this is a if there's nobody else out there, it'd be a waste of space or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, because
and that's why I believe that, like you say, there is literally.
I don't think
Um,
we're that special.
yeah, I like I say, I believe that there is really something out there, and aliens are real. I mean, and I'm sure you've heard because what was that TV show? Uh that I would say like 15 some years ago, and it was stories about aliens and stuff, and the people were telling the stories. I think it was like on TLC or no, maybe it was on Discovery Channel, one of the two, or somewhere. And it was really interesting TV show. And what it was that they were talking about. Um, oh, people's stories of them being abducted. And I'm like, somebody's not going to just say that to be saying it, and that they were gone and then came back. They were gone for like 12 hours and they came back the next day.
Some people imagine that they experience shit like that. I think that there's a good share of people out there that are like fruitcakes, but then there's a lot of people that aren't.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Because,
because
like I
just
said,
because
most
that gets them fame or something.
wouldn't you
Fruitcake.
agree that I wouldn't say all, but there's quite a few people out there that they tell that story and you're just like, damn, there's no way that this person's gonna. It's crazy, and they literally sit there and describe it. They weren't even happy. They weren't even asleep. It's just in it, and it's like the whole
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean,
I've had weird things happen to me too. So I mean, I
just like I won't go in
things you can't
detail.
explain.
You don't have to
You
go
know.
in detail, but I'll clue chat in. Um, I believe it was when your mom passed away, correct?
Yeah, I got sick.
Yeah, you got sick and you your dog got sick and passed away and you heard scratching on the door.
Oh no! That was when I was a kid. I had a dog that
Oh, that was before. Okay, my bad.
got hit.
That was
Got hit
before.
by a
Okay.
car. Got hit by a car, and it was acting funny, and it looked all right and everything, but it was acting funny. And my dad's like, "Well, if it bites anybody, it's gone." And well, it bit somebody, and it bit him. And he took it down the road and put put it down. And that night, I went to bed, and I heard the dog would always, if I went to bed without him, he would come up and scratch on my door to come in. And that night, the dog was scratching on my door, and I was scared shitless. I couldn't go out there, and I couldn't go and answer the door.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
Love those
it.
emojis, Brit. Yeah, I agree. I mean, get back to it, but yeah, that's crazy too. In closing on the aliens, yeah, I believe
Well,
there's
it's
aliens.
possible, Doctor.
And
That's possible.
another good one that he brought up. Did you hear about the 5 people who died in the Titan implosion? Was over that? That was last year. Yes, that actually did happen. They were going to the Titanic, and the guy that invented it lives.
Oh,
Well, what's funny? That guy lived from Seattle. You got Boeing out here. You got Microsoft out here. You got Amazon, for God's sake, that was created over here. The guy that owns the purple site, piece of crap. Don't like him. Owns Twitch. He's from over here too. Um,
Hmm.
we have a lot of fruitcakes that invented shit from. I
you're
mean,
you're
seriously.
right above the line
But
of the fruit and nuts. So
yeah, basically the Titan explosion. What basically happened is they made it out of, I believe, some type of. Oh, uh,
it's that sub that went down where
yeah,
they
yeah.
it
It was
imploded.
made out. It wasn't made out of plastic, but it was made out of fiberglass. Yeah, fiberglass. My bad.
Yeah, so it didn't
And
hold up.
they never went all the way down there, and those people believed that guy, and there was a really strong guy that one of the main Titanic people, and it was
Like,
kind of sad. He passed,
I'm a
the
doctor.
older guy, and there's this kid, a dad and a kid that were on there, and then the other guy, and then there's another person on there. There's 5 people, and the one guy was well known Titanic. I remember watching documentaries on Discovery Channel. He was a legend in the game, and he's been on other, you know, uh, what do you call those, submarine type things. But this one was supposed to go farther and blah 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 and all this, and they could stay longer. Well, here's the thing: they didn't do the correct testing on that, and there's still a major lawsuit going on with the families and shit. And uh, here's the thing: why
Okay.
why the flying fuck? I don't care if it's a private owned company or not. Why would you let that damn thing go down there with not even going down there that far? Those people signed papers. They didn't really know what they were getting into. They didn't think,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be a big thing, and it was on television about, they were talking about on television how they're getting ready to go down, and all of a sudden, next day, they go up missing. And
Oh, wow.
it like magically appeared. No, what happened is when you hit the ocean and go far all the way down to the sea, you're gonna hit pitch dark. Okay.
Yeah.
Once you go all the way down there, and if we were to dive to go see Titanic, we wouldn't make it because
Oh, shit.
the pressure
Yeah.
of the ocean is too powerful for you to go all the way down there. You could,
You
but
get squished.
you could only go down there a certain distance, and you
Yeah.
have to be experienced at doing it. Yes, they were. Problem was the ship couldn't
Yeah.
contain
The ship that
that.
they made was a piece of shit.
Yeah, and when
Yeah. I
it
got
went all the way far down there, it went poof and blew up,
yeah.
almost
No,
like
it
an
didn't blow
airplane.
up. It imploded
Imploded, and they found. I don't know. Did they ever? They
because
found
it's crushed
remain.
from the out. It's crushed
They never found the
inward.
remains. Correct.
I don't. I have no idea. I never heard about it. I never heard about whether or not they found that any parts of them or
And they were still thinking
more
at
than
the
an
time.
eyeball floating here or
Yeah, and
there.
they were
So
still thinking that they were still alive. Like they had experts thinking, and they didn't think, because they all thought
mm,
that it could withstand it because that's what it was built for. No, it wasn't. It was a piece of fucking crap. That how whoever approved of allowing that idiot to take that
yeah,
down there was
it
stupid.
should be. It should be
Yeah, and
kind
I
of
think
grass.
they shut down the business and shit too.
I would hope so.
But that was over. Was that last year or was that a year before?
Like
2 years
couple of
ago.
years. Yeah, I think so.
That was crazy too. Do you think? Let's see here. Do you think human beings are not smart enough to create shit? I mean, yeah, it depends on what it is. Driver cars. Well, look at this way.
Well, he said
Yes.
that's crazy
Hold
though,
on, hold on,
because he was
hold on. Before I lose my train of thought. Yes, we have gone down there and seen the Titanic, but in closing, it wasn't a ship like that. Like they had bigger, well, it was smaller and all that. Yes, they have gone down there and took pictures of it and all that, but not this fucking thing was supposed to go. I think it was design. The idea was it was supposed to go inside, and they were gonna go look around all that, and they were gonna be out there for like a week or two, and then if it was able to withstand, they were gonna do more missions and bring people to the Titanic. I'm like bullshit, and it was too good to be true, is what it was. Um, do you think time travel is real? Yes, I do. Aliens are just from the future. True. The ocean is a scary place. Yes. That is crazy though because it was not the first time going down the air with the same Titan ship. Actually, I think you are. He is right on that because I remember it go. Well, it went down. Yes, it went down, but it didn't go
not the
as
bar.
far. It didn't go as far as what this one did. That's the
Obviously,
problem.
otherwise that it would have
The guy
imploded then.
was a billionaire, and he was a set. It. He was set up.
So that
No, he wasn't set up. He designed that shit and was the main designer on that. He wasn't set up. No, that's on him and the company. He,
I don't know. I never heard any details about how that happened or anything.
yeah,
So
he
I'll
so
count that one.
yeah, he was the main one of the main engineers putting it together and shit. Yeah, and there was a lot of people trying to convince him that it wasn't safe enough, but he still,
Was he inside of it?
yeah, he went down there first time or something like that. That
No,
or
I mean,
in,
was he there in it when it imploded?
yeah, he was one of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the guy that was driving it. Yeah,
So somebody must have cut corners on the production of it and didn't tell him, and he thought it was all good and trusting his life with it,
yeah,
and get down there and boom.
exactly.
Okay.
And the crazy part is, I feel bad for the families. I mean,
Well,
would I ever
I mean,
want to go down that far down in the ocean? Fuck no. You got me fucked up if I'm gonna go down to the ocean and see a Titanic for God's sake. No. Mm-mm. You got me fucked up. There's no way in hell. I mean, like I say, I don't have a problem with heights, but the story, like I said today, of a hill dropping at a 90-degree angle
yeah,
when my
yeah,
grandmother,
that would be really deep.
yeah, there is that out here. And like I say, my grandmother, before she passed, she would always go to the rest stop
Like
before
the
she came
Titanic.
here to visit.
So,
And
but
literally, it's like a
there's-
it's like a 30-degree angle straight down a road, a highway. No shit.
yeah,
And then it
I was
goes
going to
like
say,
this. So it goes like this, right? It goes like that. And then it goes like that, but not even a foot. And then it goes back up, straight, then another drop, back up, straight a little bit, straight drop. Like it's,
so much fun.
and instantly
I
when
would
you,
love that.
heart sinks. I hate that feeling.
Oh, God.
Hate that feeling.
Oh, that is such an awesome feeling.
No, it isn't. No.
God,
Are
yeah.
you crazy? So you're telling me when you go like that and you feel like your heart's gonna come out, you like no,
There's
no.
these back roads that I travel on. I
Yeah.
take the one certain route because it's got this big hill. He's driving along, and all of a sudden it goes down and down.
But here's the thing, though. Think about that.
And
Yeah,
I go,
I could see where you could say it's cool, but here's the problem. Why would they invent something like that for winter time or whatever?
what they
Knowing you
they
imagine
ran
trying
the
to
road.
drive down that during the winter time? Fuck
The
no.
land was like that. They put it on the land. They put the road on the land.
But would you want to drive that during the winter time?
No, not in the northern states. Hell no. Oh no, absolutely not. I don't take that route during the winter. I take that route when it's thawed out more. Well, it's during the winter too, but I I wait till the snow is good and melted on the roads before I'll take the back roads because I like coming on the one way on the hill. Timothy is like, "Oh, is this a hill? Is this a hill?" I mean, my mom used to do that to us when we were kids, and she'd get up. I mean, like what I do, this this little hill that I do. Uh, I get up to about 70 by the time I hit the bottom of the hill,
Oh fuck no.
and then I let off as about halfway up the hill and coast.
You're crazy. If
And
you
then
think
but
I don't like that, I no. Especially, I have a hard time. I mean, here's the thing: I have a hard time when an airplane goes up, let alone going down a hill that drops like that. I was with my grandma once, and she's like, "I
you're
gotta
thinking
pull." I was
about
like, "No,
me.
come on, grandma, you can do this. You can do this," and she did. But she, once we got, because it's six, it happens 4 times. It goes phew, that way a little bit, then straight up,
We have
go a
some
little
roads that do
far,
that.
down, up, down, up, down. No. And my grandmother, after the time that we were done, she had to pull over the road for about like 25 minutes just to calm down and relax. I said, "Grandma, you did a good job." And she's like, "I'll never do this again. Fuck you." And she told me that. And like I say, when I was even a kid, my grandmother hated driving that during the winter time. They would never travel during the winter time. They would never, none of that. My grandfather, different story. Um, he went all over the country. So I mean, all over the world, pretty much. We won't get in detail. I've talked about it, but on stream before. But anyways, um, and like I say, she just never. Some people, I give you praise and credit that you like it. Yes, there are some people that do, but I am one of those people that don't. Here's did my grandmother,
Well, it's like fair
and
ride. You go to
yeah,
the
it's the
local
same thing.
carnival or
I will
fair. I
never.
mean,
I
oh
will go.
man,
I made a
I got my
promise.
kids in the zipper. I met Tim. I got him in the zipper the one time. Oh my
Oh my
god,
god! I'll never
he
go
was
on a.
he was about ready to puke. Oh shit!
Oh,
I've done
I've
so many
I've done
horrible
that.
things.
Been
You,
there,
you
done
wonder
that.
you wonder why he's so sarcastic to me. I took him in the fucking zipper. I'm like, come on, let's get this bitch rolling. Yeah,
Of course you
I'm
would,
just
girl.
I just loved it. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, some people can handle it, and some people can't. I'm one of those people. Down in Disneyland, and they had Splash Mountain. Oh fuck! And then they have Silverwood up in Idaho, and I went on that roller coaster, and I will never go on that shit again. Never. I'll go on a roller coaster if it's me and my baby.
Oh, Timothy's been on roller
I already
coasters that
promised
I've
my
been on.
babes I want to go on a roller coaster. And we're gonna go on a roller coaster. But my babes
Timothy's
is
been on
coming
a
with
roller
me.
coaster.
I've been on it maybe 2 or 3 times. I will
One that I didn't really like that much.
but because you see
The
why
old wooden track one.
some
It
people
was
can handle it, some people can't. Just like some people can handle
oh
heights. Some people can't. I can handle heights. But like I
when
say, in an airplane, when you go, you know how it takes off
Yeah.
And it goes like that. And they like, well, make sure you have
It
your
doesn't go up that
seatbelt on.
high. It doesn't go up that much. It
Yeah,
still
I
goes.
know, but
For
you get
God's
my
sakes.
it, but
Whoa.
still, I don't like that. But after it, yes, I'm fine. And then when it comes down, because it go well, it it goes,
You can feel it back.
slow. Yeah, oh God, be ready to die. I
I
still
think that was kind of fun. I
imagine.
like
Speaking of
that's some of the stuff I
how
liked about
how the
the
flying
airplane.
hell. You remember this? The miracle on the Hudson. That was crazy. How in the
Huh?
flying? Remember the miracle on the Hudson?
Oh, that plane that landed in the water.
Yeah, going at that speed, and what happened was
Yeah.
it hit a bird, and that captain was so experienced that when it hit, it went, phew, and I'm like, because what he said when he did that, they had to hit that at a certain angle. They couldn't go. Psh, they had to like gradually, and then they went down, or
Yeah.
something like that. That was the most craziest shit that I've ever.
Yeah, water landing's a little bit harder, especially if you don't have water things underneath you, that float on water,
Yeah,
because otherwise you're going to sink.
yeah. Well, look at last year when we had that plane crash that had the
But they didn't. The plane
ice.
didn't break up that much, so they were able to. It stayed afloat, so they were able to get up on top of it and be rescued.
I'll always fly on an airplane, but I'd rather take Amtrak. Seriously, you get it. If you've never gone on an Amtrak, and I'm not just speaking this to Grandma, if you guys chat have never gone on an Amtrak in the in wherever, right? Take the advantage of it. Do it. You get to see a whole different side of the country you don't ever get to see. You get to go through tunnels. You get to go through stuff. It is amazing. And it is true. I've been through the world's longest tunnel here in Washington. I was going to Portland with Conrad. We're going over, going out for like a week. And it was fun. We went on the train. Coming back, we went through the world's longest train. Pitch dark. They had to turn the lights on in the passenger train and stuff. And they literally told us, be prepared because some people have issues with, they'll get claustrophobia. I was at first, but I was able to overcome it. And, well, because here's the thing, it's not a 15-minute tunnel. Fuck
Yeah.
no. It took 45 to 50 minutes to get out of that tunnel. Yeah. And when you looking in the tunnel, no shit you not, it took years and years and years for them to do this. And it took them like 15 years. They opened it up back in 2016. They started back in the 90s. And they had to go through the tunnel. And you could see the old train track, but it was falling apart and they had no choice. They had to go through this. You imagine how much dynamite they had to use? But here's the problem. Here's the problem. When you take the train in there, so you're in the train, literally, I opened up, they said you can open up the window. And Conrad's over there, you're dumbass, don't open that fucking window, you're gonna touch it. And I did. Literally. So, here's this, right? This is about, well, actually, let me see. Better example. Okay, so, right here, see this? Right? Okay. So I'm sitting right here. I could literally open the window and touch the wall. That's how close it was to the train and to the wall. I'm like, fuck.
No room for a bolt to break.
No. And they've actually just recently had a rock that fall down in there. Luckily, the train was able to it. Well, what happened was it broke off on the side on the top, right? So the train was going through. So right up there, it broke on the side instead of in the middle, and luckily, it caused a little damage on the train, but they were able to get out of there. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Can you imagine if you ran into a moose in there?
Uh, Train's fucked, and you're fucked. I never thought of that though, but you have a really good point. You have a really good point.
A lot of animals like to live in the mountains and
But
the
that's
hills.
why before they go in there, before the train goes in there, they have radar in the tunnel. Night vision. They have to. And they have somebody down there checking all the time, because when they get ready to go down there, they make sure there's nothing in there. If there's something coming, they have to stop the train before, and they usually do. They have to wait like 8 minutes for it to stop, and then they go in. And then before because they have to get okay, green light, time to go, and then they'll go. And they only go like 5 miles per hour, and it feels like it's forever of that tunnel. But
I suppose you don't want it rocking back and forth if there's that close. You don't want to go that fast.
Well, when it went in there, because that's what I was scared about. It was gonna no, there's no rocking at all. It was a brand new.
That's probably why they went so slow.
Yeah, and they only had, like I said, there's only one incident in there in the last 15 years. That's it. And then they just redid it because when they did it, they put I don't know how to explain, some type of concrete to prevent the rocks from coming down. And they did that just again recently. I'm like, fuck. So before we get out of here, that is crazy. Though big time down. Okay, yeah. The guy just like the Titanic, it's stand with the billionaires. They were set up. Yeah. Because, well, here's the thing. My thing is, well, this is crazy. Was it okay? So, with your knowledge on that, okay, doctors, this is the last thing to talk because we're gonna get out of here in stream here. With your knowledge, so when they came across that,
He sent that 15 minutes ago. Is he still on there?
Sorry, when they said that the when they came across that iceberg, was it a storm or did they just not see it? Because how the flying fuck do you not see a iceberg?
Well, what year was that the Titanic sunk?
I don't even know. Long before we were alive.
Hey, Google, what year did the Titanic sink?
The sinking of the RMS Titanic's stardate is April 14th, 1912.
1912.
Oh yeah, because I saw something about that. Just
They probably didn't have some real good radar and shit,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They were going through cold waters.
They had. You
ice.
can't tell me that they did not have fucking radar on that damn thing. Come on, some type of radar, like
1912.
Oh, 1912. Yeah, you had to look out. You gotta, yeah.
1912.
You have a point.
1912.
But how the flying? But
what the hell were they doing out in ice cold water like that? There was, why were they taking a voyage at that time of year with, with the crew?
Yeah, because at that time of year, down where they were going, this is not the time.
Hell of a time of year area to go through for a cruise.
This is the time that they don't. Yeah, from April to I think July or something. or somewhere around there, they don't. You can't go to Antarctica on that cruise ship that we want to do. And yeah, that's stupid. Why would you go in there in April knowing that there's icebergs in like what the fuck? And then they get out there, fucking
The maiden voyage.
yeah, take a voyage. Think about it. What are they gonna do to survive? There's nothing out there. They had to swim up. Some of them survived. A lot of them didn't make it. And tell you the truth, that was sad. That's really sad. And then you look at Pearl Harbor. What happened to Pearl Harbor? That was sad too. And there's still bodies in there. I've been to. I want to go to Pearl Harbor. My grandfather's
The
been
wreck
there.
of the Edmund Fitzgerald
Hmm.
was in
I did like the one.
Great Lakes.
I did like that one movie they made of Pearl Harbor, but a lot of the other ones are stupid. But what do you do?
It's just a movie.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are going. What a great podcast! This was a lot of fun. We had a great special guest today. Thank you for coming on, Grandma. We'll have to bring you on again. Did you enjoy it?
Well, it was interesting to delve into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit some certain nerves and certain things were said that got him talking about things that he wouldn't have normally talked about.
Yeah.
That was
It was.
interesting.
It was. It was a lot of fun. I think
He
this is.
seemed very conservative, but and then I find out he's in the
Yeah. It was a
different
very
conspiracy.
fun. It was a very fun podcast. I enjoyed having you on. We'll have to bring you back on again. Uh, I always remember if we ever have a need to bring a guest, we can bring you in or whatever. But yeah, it was fun. I'm glad you finally got to experience the podcast for once. One of few people, only just know
The sports part didn't
you're one
enthuse me.
of the.
I just kind of went with it.
You're one of the 22 people we've had on our podcast, or 20. No, let's see here. 26.
26th person.
3 of them, 4 of them I don't talk to anymore. But yeah, you did really well. I was amazed. I enjoyed it. I what?
The 26th in 26.
That's actually funny. I never thought of that. But yeah, it was great. We had fun today. Again, appreciate you for coming on. I'm gonna
No, it
get
is
out.
Friday.
I'm gonna end. Give me about like 5 minutes, and if you want to go on Discord, or I'll call you or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, in closing, like I said, I enjoyed it. I know for a fact Grandma enjoyed it, as usual. Shockware enjoyed it. But yeah, this was fun. I appreciate you for coming on last minute. But
Very
yeah.
last minute.
In closing, I will also say, for anybody out there, hold on. Anybody, I'll let you say something too. This is what I usually do. Anybody out there, um, um, word of encouragement and all that, I will say this, always remember to, if anybody out there wants to do this or have fun, have fun streaming, have fun. Always remember, treat every day like it's your last. Always think positive. Don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the naysayers in anything you do, not just streaming. And worry about positivity, because at the end of the day, positivity wins. And always remember to enjoy each and every day, because you never know when it's your last, or who's next, or none of that. We could all be gone tomorrow. I'm just saying. So always think positivity. Positivity wins. Don't ever think negativity. Yes, you may get in circumstances and all that, but yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
And
I could have a heart attack or something.
exactly. And I'll also say, enjoy life. have fun and experience things that you never experienced before. What would you like to say in closing? So yes, that's what I have to say, Chad. OG Granny, go ahead.
Oh God, now I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. That was too funny. But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I found it quite interesting. My dog is sitting here whining at me because he's got to go out and go to the bathroom or some shit like that.
What do you think
So
about? What do you think about him? He's pretty cool, isn't he?
he's interesting,
Mm-hmm.
different, quite different. I can't say that I've really talked to anybody that had knowledge of the concepts and ideas that he did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's good when it goes. Oh my gosh, I'm learning, but I do love conspiracies. Um, it's so much fun watching it. I mean, it is. You learn a lot of stuff from that kind of stuff, and but yeah. What else would you like to? What would you tell?
Oh,
What would
everything
you
that he
tell
said,
people?
everything that he said just a few minutes ago, because I'm all for all this good shit and everything else that we should be experiencing in life. I mean, life is too damn short to have to deal with so much bullshit and
Yeah.
drama and this and that and that. Enjoy what you can.
Okay. And
Yeah,
what would you say to the people out there if they're struggling or, um,
keep trying.
yeah,
There's an opportunity and it will present itself
and I'll
if you
add,
make it available.
yeah, you fall down so many times, you're always gonna get back up and do it again. Get back up, fall down, and do it again. Don't listen. Don't sit there and say you can't because you can. Look at where I'm at. Easily, I'm a prime example. You can do it.
I mean, more
Yeah,
an
there may
example
be
because
you
I
may
don't
get
shit on
through.
everything.
You may get roadblocks in a way. You may get people. I'm not gonna go detail, but you may get people that turn your back. You thought they were cool and they weren't. Don't ever
Okay,
let
that's
that take
and I,
advantage of you because mine and grandma's terminology, we don't give a fuck. So yes, again, it was nice having you on. I'll call you in a little bit here. But thank you all for watching the G6 Mindset
there's, there's
podcast. It was
there's
a
one
lot
thing
of
that
fun. Oh, go ahead.
one thing else that I have to say is I used to watch years ago. I used to watch a show on TV called In Living Color.
Oh yes, you what? Oh my god, I love that show.
Homie, don't play
Yes,
that game.
there's a lot of people that don't even know what that is. Make sure
Homie,
you
don't play
do
that game.
hydrate to refresh the vibes. Oh yeah, here I'll take a water here. But
Homie,
yeah,
don't play that game.
hmm
That's what that's about. Yeah.
oh my god,
If,
that's
if
my
you ever
show.
if
Yes,
you ever
thank you,
watched
Tay.
it,
I appreciate it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We talked about the Titanic. We talked about conspiracies. Again, Grandma, I really do appreciate you coming in. And ladies and
I'm glad we
gentlemen,
finally loosened
do
up
I
enough
go
to
ahead?
get on a conversation that was quite interesting.
Oh,
You know,
yes. And should
besides the
I?
sports and shit, you guys had your thing with that.
Yeah, and we. I mean, we
I
did a
tried,
little bit of
yeah,
that, and then I
yeah.
was like, I always liked thinking
I
of
told you the
different.
sports part bored me, but you know,
Yeah, and then it got better, and then you started opening up, and you weren't so quiet. You did a good
seeing the
job.
show in living color, that was
In
awesome. Homie, don't play
yes.
that game.
And by the
Yeah,
way, last
homie, don't
subject,
play that game.
last thing I'll say: the '90s. Me and my babes are from the '90s. The '90s are not like they are now, and I will tell you all this. Tupac, great. Snoop Dogg, all the music, and um, shit. I can't remember. My babes is in here watching, but there's a band that Shit. I always forget their name. Gemini. He's a Gemini too. The rapper is. He doesn't sing anymore. They were both together and then they stopped singing. But yes, Tupac and the other one, Living in Color, was an awesome fucking TV show. But I will say that the '90s
That
was
was on at the same time as the Man Show.
yes, '90s music awesome. The music videos awesome. And if you look at the the 90 music videos, how they were put together back then in the '90s and how they are now, nothing compared. Like I would say the early 2000s, um, they were excellent. And well, no, the early 2000s were just like the '90s, like HD quality, like to believe it or not. But '90s music, there's a lot of good '90s music. Sunshine, I love that song, and there's a bunch of music that me and my babes like. But yes, '90s music is nothing like it is now. Music videos now are all stupid. Some of them. There's a few rappers that I like. It doesn't make sense. I watch
Welcome to
some
getting
music. I watch.
welcome to getting old.
Oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Yes, Outcast. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Outcast.
Welcome to getting old.
Awesome. You know what Outcast is, yeah?
No.
But anyways, uh, oh, should I go ahead and tell them about next Friday, or what do you think?
Yeah, may as well.
Okay, I might as well. Okay. Also, chat. There's a Discord link. You guys can join. Come in here, have fun, enjoy yourself in my Discord. This is a place where we come in and chill, hang out. I, you know, this is a place that I created as well as Doctor did. We put a lot of effort, and we get a lot of cool people coming here. You guys are more welcome to. By the way, next Friday is my birthday stream. We're gonna have 3 parts. I wasn't gonna say it, but Grandma said I can.
Cool.
So let me. So we're gonna have part 1 on Friday. We're gonna start at 4 o'clock. Is what the plan is. Um, I'm going to have like 3 songs. I'm gonna come straight into Discord. I'm gonna do my intro. Once I do my intro, we're gonna come in here, and it's gonna. Everybody's more welcome to come wish me happy birthday, celebrate with me. You guys can come and have fun, drink, whatever. We're gonna have a little birthday stream. We're going to allow you guys to come in uh, and have fun. I don't want any bullshit. I don't want to hear any crap. It's my birthday weekend. So if you guys want to take your negativity and think you're going to come in my Discord server and start crap, no. Grandma's not going to allow it. Doctor's not going to allow it. I ain't going to allow it. But long story short, hold on.
The big saying when I grew up was make love, not war.
Yes. So yes. Yes, very stupid now. Yes, I totally agree. Tay. I totally agree that music is now stupid these days. But anyways, so long story short, next Friday, starting at 4 o'clock, I will start the stream about what I would say about 4:50 to 6:50. We're gonna be in here for about an hour. We're gonna give you guys an hour to come and hang out with us for a little bit, drink, smoke, whatever, and chill to celebrate my birthday. I don't want to get too drunk, and I can't because, which I probably will anyways, but I'm not going to get too drunk because the next day I have podcasts. So you guys will have about an hour to come and hang out with us. Don't come on here.
I don't want to be on that one.
Do not come in here on some bullshit. Come in and celebrate my birthday. If you do, you're going to be out of the server or timed out. It's my birthday, so don't start shit. But anyways, it's gonna be up time for me and Grandma to hang out, and you guys are more welcome. It is my birthday stream. My birthday is technically on Saturday, so yes, you guys are all more welcome to come in, hazard, whatever. all the other streamers out there that are friends of mine, ones that are friends of mine, the
People that
ones
now
that
love
aren't,
me.
the ones that aren't can stay 95 feet away from us and have a nice day and have a nice life. Bye. Don't care. Don't give a fuck. But anyways, we're gonna have a fun time on next Friday chat. I want you guys to come in and hang out. You guys can come and hang out for a little bit, come in and out. You guys can do whatever. And yeah, starting at 4 o'clock is a stream. 4:50 is when we'll somewhere around that time window. You guys will be in here doing that. Come in and please put a message when you do join, so that we know. In general, or actually general chat, Doctor or I or Grandma will give you the streamer role badge so you can access the private channel that we have. And yes,
Teach me that one.
and I'll teach you some stuff this week. But anyways, so we'll do that, and then after that, we're gonna do monkey.
Doctor's embarrassing.
We're gonna have a monkey marathon. It's my party Saturday, IRL birthday party, and then Sunday to close out the birthday. So it's gonna be a 3-day special spectacular event. And then Sunday I may do something in Discord. I don't know as of yet. I gotta get with Doctor, see what we can come up with.
Depends on how
But,
hungover he is.
yeah. Well, think about it. I'm gonna start at 4, and then I gotta do
You're
other
not
streams.
getting any younger, honey.
I
Come on.
know, but
Just
for God's
admit that.
sake,
My
it
goodness.
takes me how many days does it take me to recover? 2 days. And I'm going to be and next week, we are going to be streaming 4 days. And then Fridays, as usual, is Grandma. But anyways, we're going to have fun next Friday. So please come out to my birthday bash.
Thank you, Doctor.
And come and hang out with us. All right,
He-
guys?
I,
So yeah, the G.6
Sorry.
Mindset Castle. God did. Come and hang out for the birthday
you have to
party
redeem
bash for me.
a shout out. Did you catch that?
Oh, shout out to Grandma. Yes, shout out to Grandma. We love you, Grandma, and thank you so much. Yes. But anyways, birthday party next week, 4 o'clock. Starting time, 4:50. You guys are more welcome to come in here. Me and Grandma will be in the public safe green room. Like I say, put a message in chat and say, hey, I want to come and hang out. That's all you have to put. Keyword come and hang out, or just whatever. Just type something nice in, and we'll make sure you get the streamer role badge so you can come and hang out with us if you don't have it. But anyways, I love and appreciate every single one of you guys, and have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your day. I'm out of here, and we'll be starting stream at about 1 o'clock. So, yes. So, anyways, anything you'd like to say, Grandma? You had a lot. I'm assuming you had fun today. I know I did too. So, but yes, we are looking forward to next week. I can't wait to have Grandma and we can go back on Monkey, and hopefully we run through a lot of cool people and get some funny ass clips.